greatest ever done it. You can learn from it. Dope game ran it, rap game run it, street cred hunted. Nerd turned D-boy, not in genetic makeup. Baby, I'm a G-boy, hashtag street boy. Wrong one to fuck with. Cross me at your own risk, play to get back, you can trust this. I am far from average, to me it ain't no such thing. Me against the world, so fuck it, I let my nuts hang. I've been known to bust bang, kill if the need be. I don't need an army when the smoke clears, he sees me. Rhyming at his finest, unlike those vaginas that claim that they the real deal, knowing I'm the highest. Top of the command chain, I am what the streets made, I am what the hood built. You are just a weak lame, homicidal maniac with suicidal tendencies. You're more like a punk band, I'm more like a pedigree of nigga you ain't seen yet, so y'all cannot describe me. I'm a freak of nature, don't shit here surprise me. Money over everything except the nigga's manhood. I am not a prostitute, you don't understand hood. Fuck a nigga getting his, unless he about to give me mine. Otherwise he prime beat, shocking when I up the 9 and hit it with it 7 times. Fuck you thought I'm civilized? Welcome to the jungle, fool. It's only right I punish you. Nigga with an attitude, feel like MC Ren felt. Quiet on the set, you funky bitch, you get your friends slipped. I give your game a black eye, blame it on the black guy. I be on some nigga shit, I'm niggerish, so that's why. Guess what my religion is? This is what the business is. Exposure for you garbage ass rappers. You can witness this. Came to bang your game up. Pussies think they came up. Oh, you got a drop head? So now you think you famous? I hear it's dangerous and we don't know your name, cuz we don't even give a fuck. Rappers get it fucked up. Security say you nah, this they side job. They don't want no conflict, they don't want no problems, nah.
Salute, 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 and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now swinging the deep end with your host and one and only Great Black Shark. And yes, you see the picture on your screen. Oh, it's a good reason we got this, the almighty coon up here on the screen, because we're going to have to deal with a couple of issues here tonight, okay? And without a shadow of a doubt, we're going to let y'all determine whether what you view is coonish or not, because we've all seen, unless you've been sleeping on a rock somewhere, the momentous and historic Riverboat Rumble in Montgomery, Alabama, where Black people were defending themselves against anti-Black racist white supremacists, okay? But unfortunately, you know, we always got the coon class amongst us that actually takes an issue with that, okay? Some of them are FBA, unfortunately, a small number. And some of them are cosplaying as FBA. Oh yeah, we're going to get into that here tonight. Oh, yes, okay? So I'm just letting you know what we're going to be dealing with here. You know, with that said, let me scroll up. Already people hitting the Cash App. Let me see who this is here. Salute to AH for the Cash App. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me scroll up and greet my esteemed guests. We're going to get right into this thing here tonight. I see George Montgomery in the building. I see D. Foster. I see Keith Barnes in here. Welcome, William Kent. I see BG, Opal Ivy. I see you, sister. Foundational. What's going on, my brother? I see you. Patricia Slade in the building. I see Two Stay Woke. Live Free. Mari Tawana. That's our sister from Zimbabwe. Everybody welcome her. She is on code. Patricia Jenkins in the building. A Goddess Navy. I see Daryl 524 in the building. My good brother Project Leroy on deck here. I see Devin Haley. Let's see. I see Stun Zed. Okay. Welcome to you and everyone that will be joining us here in attendance. See, family, here's the thing. When people latch on to foundational Black American culture, usually the first thing they start with is hip hop. Now, hip hop is entertainment. It's just one aspect of our culture. But they don't really want to be connected to anything else regarding our culture, okay? So, I'm going to show you something. We're going to let a couple of things play regarding what happened with the Riverboat Rumble. And then we're going to start to analyze a few things here tonight, okay? So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to let this play for a good little minute here, good couple of minutes, before I start giving commentary on it, because I want you, the people, to hear these words unfiltered. But that's it. Let's get started.
People on TikTok. In fact, the only thing on TikTok is videos about this. Negroes celebrating the hell out of the shit, right? And as I was sitting there contemplating and thinking to myself whether or not I was wrong, I couldn't help but think one thing. It kept playing over and over in my head as I continued to think about the countless Negroes celebrating this monumental event. All I could think about was this.
Will you ignorant niggas please shut the hell up?
He just said what I think he said.
Is this it? This is what I got all those ass whoopings for? I had a dream once. It was a dream that little black boys and little black girls would drink from the river of prosperity, freed from the thirst of oppression. But lo and behold, some 4 decades later, what have I found but a bunch of trifling, shiftless, good-for-nothing niggas? And I know some of you don't want to hear me say that word. It's the ugliest word in the English language, but that's what I see now, niggas. And you don't want to be a nigga, because niggas are living contradictions. Niggas are full of unfulfilled ambitions. Niggas wax and wane. Niggas love to complain. Niggas love to hear themselves talk but hate to explain. Niggas love being another man's judge and jury. Niggas procrastinate until it's time to worry. Niggas love to be late. Niggas hate to hurry. Black entertainment television is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Usher, Michael Jackson is not a genre of music. And now I'd like to talk about soul playing. I've seen what's over the horizon, and I promise you, you niggas have nothing to celebrate. And no, I won't get there with you. I'm going to Canada.
Now, okay. So I let that play for a few minutes there so that you can see it. Everybody remembers the cartoon, The Boondocks, right? Okay. So now I was told, okay, a couple of streams back by Brother Grinch, because I hope you're listening and watching, brother. And yes, I saw your second response, brother. You was all over the place with it. I'm keeping the issue central on, is this a coon or not? Because you told me he wasn't. You say he was being pragmatic. Okay, now again, let me be clear. I want everybody over here to know my position on this. I don't want the Angry Man's. I don't want his channel censored. Don't want it flagged down, struck down, or nothing. I don't believe in censorship. In fact, I want his and other people's channels like him to get a lot bigger. Now, you may say, GBS, why is that? Because I want everybody, coon and white supremacists alike, to be on Front Street loud and proud so everybody knows where they stand. Because, see, how you gonna say you one of us, because again, this man is Afro-Latino. I'm not gonna play that game. And Brother Grinch, let me address you too. I heard your second response. Brother, when I said you were Afro-Latino, that's a fact. That's not an insult. That's what you are. According to you, if I have that right, you said that your father was a Latino, and I'm assuming that your mother was foundational Black American, okay? And that brother had a very rough life. I salute you for making it through that. Anybody that grew up in a group home, man, that's hell. Your fellow combat veteran, so much respect to you in that aspect. But when it comes to this, we're going to have to deal with this cooning, man, because, see, it's cut and dry. I get it. Both of you are Afro-Latino. Both of you have some things in common. That's good. No problem with that. But when it comes to this cooning thing, there's no in between. You can't say the man is not a coon when every time he turn around, he taking the opposite position of something positive or constructive for Black people. And he never really defends Black people when it comes to issues of justice against white supremacy. See, you can't just say I'm Black male first. We don't do that over here in New Black Media Spaces. Black men and Black women are on the same team. We don't do that gender war nonsense. So we're going to clear some things up with the facts, okay? Not going to edit his words or nothing. We're just going to look at some things, okay? And we're going to let the audience determine if this is cooning or not, all right? Yeah, see, if you stand on the truth, that's what it is. See, let me address something too. I'm not going to put this on the entire manosphere because that would be completely wrong. There are some level-headed brothers over there and sisters too, okay? There are. But then you have that section of the content creators where they do what I call throw rocks and hide your hand content. And I'm not saying you, Brother Grinch, or even the Angry Man. To Angry Man's credit, for the most part, if he says something now, he'll stand on it. Good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent. So I respect that about him. But then you got some of his other fellow co-creators. Some of them would be considered co-fathers of the Black manosphere. They would say the most coolest shit ever and then take the stream down. And then if you say, hey, man, you said X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third. I didn't never say that. So if you don't save it and be like, yes, you did. Right here, you said that. They'll pretend they never said it. Okay? So I just want to acknowledge that. All the Black manosphere is not the same. Some of them brothers are cool as hell. I'll give you a brother whose channel I recommend you subscribe to. Most level-headed brother over there, common sense advice. Don't take my word for it. Check him out. Go subscribe, or a fact of business, before you subscribe, just go check out, pick any 7 to 10 videos over on Brother LAR Movement's channel. Go check him out and tell me if that brother's not level-headed, because out of his own mouth, Brother LAR says he's a conservative, but he don't be cooning and tap dancing and buck dancing like Anthony Brian Logan and none of the rest of them, okay? You can't be a Black conservative and not be a buck dancing coon, okay? See, I'm fair and balanced with my critique. And the other thing that sets me apart from people, two things. When I give a critique on something, I'm completely sober. I'm not drunk. I'm not high. And whatever I critique, I listen to it in its entirety. Then I give an assessment. Okay? That's the intelligent way to give a rebuttal to something. Everybody got their own style. That's how I choose to do it. So, got to show you something else in case anybody else is saying, oh, man, everybody talk their opinion. And they are. And their opinions are entitled to be critiqued. Even mine. Even what I'm doing here, entitled to be critiqued. Don't care who does it. But if you're going to tell me that this man cosplaying as a black man, because it's not your problem, let me go ahead and say that too. Nobody has a problem with you being light-skinned, angry man. Nobody at all. That's not the issue. But Afro-Latino, you don't really want to claim it. I understand why I'm not knocking your hustle. But when you start cooning and then telling my people what we're not supposed to have and what we shouldn't do, yeah, that's going to be addressed. That's going to be addressed. See, we're the only group of people, foundational Black American freedmen. Well, we got other groups that can come in and try to tell us what we shouldn't do and what we shouldn't say. You don't call no hands over here if you're not a part of our lineage. And if you have a part of our lineage, this is what we're talking about when we say dual allegiances, okay? Because see, in his case, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you flat out. I've said it before and I'll say it again and stand on it. In anybody's case where one of your parents is foundational Black American freedman, okay, or even Black immigrant parent, and the other half is either white or white Hispanic or whatever the case you may want to be, Asian, that side outside of your black side don't really accept you as one of them. So hence in America, this is why everybody's classified as black that's got one black parent, okay? Even though genetically you have one thing, have something else. Now, that in itself isn't an issue. Nobody can help how they're born. What we're looking at is, are you on code mentally with black people? You can't help your parentage or your race. You can't help that. But you can help choosing to be a book dancing coon, which is why I'm going to show you something else before we get back into this. See, when I say something, I don't just pull some shit out my ass. I want y'all to take a good look at this screen right here. This is on his channel right now, The Angry Man. And again, he has a right to say whatever he wants. I like that. So I'm going to say that one more time. I don't want that man censored. I want him to continue doing this. But what people are not going to do is piss in my face and tell me it's yellow rain. This is Jason Whitlock. Now, for those of you who do not know, Jason Whitlock is a big, raging buck dancing coon. This interview right here, I want you to get a good look at it. Because I'm not going to play it over here. But you can go check that out for yourself. That'll let you know everything you need to know, because one of the main things they discussed during that interview was the situation in Memphis when all those black cops jumped on that brother and killed him and everything, beat him down. Here's the running thing. And I'm going to say this again for the slow bus crowd in the back, because we got to get this thing cleared up over here. When black people, any black people anywhere in this country do something to each other, you don't have to go out in the streets marching with signs to get justice. They immediately go and get that person if they can find him or her. You know why? Because one, that feeds the prison industrial complex, okay? And they'll put you in and out of jail if it's a minor charge so you can keep causing havoc in the community. Y'all better go watch that Clone Tyrone. There's a lot of good messages in there. Very true at that, okay? And then the only way they'll really take you off the streets is if you do something so egregious and you've got so much time, like, yeah, you'll be better served in here as one of our new age plantation slaves, because slavery is still legal if you're in prison. If you don't know that, you're lost on a great number of things, okay? So now, that's one of the running things that a lot of these guys over there in those spaces tend to say. Not all. I will never say all, because I know a couple of channels over there, well, brother, you can go over there and be like, yeah, you know what, brother, you got a point. Even if what they say might at first offend you or is somewhat controversial. And for example, I've even said that about Angry Man. For the people that's like, man, I don't like him. Cool, no problem. You ain't got to like him. I'll say this one more time before I give my critique of him yet again here tonight. He is not a dumb man. Neither is Tommy Sotomayor. I know y'all like, oh, they dumb. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're very intelligent, very well read, very well studied. What it is, they've had experiences growing up. Sometimes they've talked about some of their experiences. I'm familiar with some of them. And they've let that paint a picture of black people, and they hold a grudge for the rest of their lives, okay? I've heard the brother Angry Man talk about some of the things he's went through, okay? And I can understand. I'm not going to go into that because that's his personal family situation. Just like I only briefly mentioned the brother Grinch's situation because, look, that was rough, man. I mean, to hear him tell that, and I believe that too. I believe brother Grinch was telling the truth about what he went through. Good dude, okay? Y'all might disagree with some of the stuff he's saying, but this is a point of critique here. It's not a roast. It's not beef. We just gonna tell the truth over here. It is what it is, okay? All right, so this is what we're gonna do over here tonight. And like I said, go check this interview out for yourself, and you tell me if that is not cooning, what you gonna see in that interview. But you better see some cooning over here tonight. Cause let me say that. Let me take that back. Retraction. I know what I saw was cooning. I'm gonna play this for you all, and you tell me if you think this is cooning or not. Cause yeah, we gonna critique this over here and settle this once and for all. Cause it's gonna be the last time I really address it. This was the perfect time to come back because I knew the usual suspects would be coming out. Oh man, black people shouldn't have been celebrating and all of that. Okay. I'm finna play on this family, and we're gonna let him get into his diatribe here about what he views happened down there at the Montgomery brawl there. And salute to the chairman. Okay, we're gonna make sure we look out for that brother. But I'm gonna let him talk in his own words. Like I said, I started the interview at that intro that he did for a reason, to show you how people like him, and I'm not just saying him because there's many others that do it. They'll latch on to certain entertainment aspects of black culture, then turn around and mock you with it. Okay? You see him sit up here with the little angry clap going on. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the play button on this, and like I said, we gonna let y'all make up your own mind on here. Let's get into this.
Bravo, sir. Bravo, sir. Well said. Well said. Bravo. Bravo. Slow clapping on the green. That scene perfectly
And yes, as someone in the chat room said it, chair use. Oh, chair use.
describes you Negroes on TikTok celebrating your ass off about nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. Nothing.
Why do you think it's nothing, angry man? See, Grinch, I hope you're listening. Because see, this is another thing. I don't know why people that are half another lineage and something else are ashamed to just come on out and say that. I mean, everybody got their reasons for that or whatever. And those of us that are full-blooded foundation of Black Americans, we don't have that problem. We're proud of who we are. But let me go here with it, because see, this is why this matters. And again, nobody can help how they're born. I'm dealing with the mentality and the mindset behind it, okay? You wouldn't be up here if you were truly a full-blooded foundational Black American or a half-blood foundational Black American, meaning one of your parents, not your relatives, grandparents, cousins, one of your biological direct parents can trace their lineage back to American chattel slavery, okay? If you were half one of us and you grew up in a family that didn't have a bunch of coons in it, or sometimes people grow up in a straight family and they choose to do the cooning. I don't know which one it was for Angry Man. But you wouldn't be saying it was nothing, because the average foundational Black American freedman that saw that was like, yeah, about damn time our people put foot to ass. Because most of the time, Black people just trying to go about living their lives like, you know what? I got a job. I don't want no problems, man. I don't want these folks running up on me, man. Look, I'm just going to try not to get into it. But they went too far, and our people like, hey, no, this ain't the 40s, man. You're not going to sit up here and do us any kind of way like you did in Jim Crow. So for you to sit up here and say nothing, that's a further indicator that you really not part of us. Because I'm going to tell you again, I stand on what I say over here. I honestly don't believe you have blood, Angry Man, as far as foundational Black American. I know that don't mean nothing to you, but I'm just making my statement clear because I stand on what I say. I believe you half Cuban, half Puerto Rican. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if you didn't have a coon mindset. The only other way it would come up if you try to be eligible for reparations, which you wouldn't be if at least one of your parents can't trace their line back to American chattel slavery. That's the only place that would be an issue. But for this anti-Black rhetoric that you have, because this is just one example of it, his channel is filled with it. And again, Grinch, if you're listening, brother, show me the streams where white people do something to black folks and he jump up to defend it on code with everybody else if he claiming to be one of us. Yeah. We gonna get into it. I'm gonna let him do some talking though, because he gonna tell you why we were celebrating nothing.
Not a damn thing are you celebrating, my nigga. It's funny. It's funny and a little sad. You realize most of them niggas is celebrating on TikTok and 90% of them is worried about their damn rent. 90% of them. Shout out to Raider Gaines.
Whether they're worried about their rent or not, the first priority of business for any living species with any amount of intelligence is self-preservation. What good is maintaining your rent if you let a bunch of white supremacists jump on a black man? Because that's what he gonna be sounding like he really wanted to see. If they would have beat the shit out of this brother and nobody would have been around, and they would have just rolled this man into the river, man, and be like, yeah, it's just another dead nigga. That's what you really sounding like, Angry Man. Now, I'm not going to say that because you didn't say it, but you sounding that way. You got such a problem with them black people defending themselves. Yeah, video can't afford to pay their rent. Like I said, what good is paying your rent somewhere where you're not allowed to live safely when you're a law-abiding citizen? And see, let me go ahead and jump to something right now before we get back into this. I was going to say this for later, but we'll go ahead and get it out of the way. One of the points of contention he's going to claim to have is all the memes and everybody celebrating and joking. Well, Angry Man, do you say anything about this? When the white folks killed our brother George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? When Derek Chauvin and them other damn race soldiers kneeled on his neck and killed his brother, and all of them were going around making little memes like this. Where your streams at criticizing them crackers for that, huh? Where your streams at about that? You don't never come out your mouth and chastise any of the white supremacists for the shit that they say about black people. See, Grinch, I hope you're listening. This is my problem I got with your homeboy. This is my problem I got with it. See, I'm a man over here. I can say what my problem is and speak on truth without making up lies. Where his streams at criticizing that? Huh? You got such a problem with black people posting memes. Yeah, it's funny, but it's sad. Okay, well, is this sad too? Why don't you chastise them folks like that? See, I know why you don't do it. You scared to do it. You won't admit it, but you scared to do it. Partly because content strategy, you want that audience. Cool, no problem. Get your coins however you can get them, my brother. But for you sitting up here chastising us when these people literally mock our deaths, none of those black people that defended themselves killed anybody. How many times have we seen them kill not only George Floyd, mock that, Breonna Taylor, mock that, Tamir Rice, a child, you're mocking that. Trayvon Martin, a child, you're mocking that. And see, in some of them cases, I've heard you in the past, like Trayvon Martin, you justified that kind of bullshit. Ain't you gonna tell me this ain't a coon? Now, either you don't know what a coon is or you just gonna choose to ignore it because you also are a very intelligent man, my brother. So we're gonna deal with the truth over here. So I'd like to know where his criticism is for those white supremacists that post these kinds of memes. Huh? Since we gonna go get so self-righteous and on our high horse about who shouldn't be celebrating what? Let's get back to it, though, family.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
He said refreshing to hear critical thinking amongst a sea of ignorance. You got that shit right, bro. Ooh, y'all think the Negro Coalition is mad at me? Y'all think they mad at me? Y'all think they upset right now?
That's another thing that I keep telling y'all about when these coons that are not of our lineage speaking about themselves in the third person, the Negro Coalition. See, I want you to catch this. We're going to be thorough in this critique over here tonight. Let's let it continue.
It's Negroes that came to this show convinced that I was going to apologize. It's Negroes that came to this show convinced that Angry Man was going to say, yeah, we should be celebrating this shit. You're damn right. And now,
for the record, let me say this directly to you, Angry Man, and everybody else. No, you shouldn't apologize. let me say this to the people that was expecting you to. Don't ask that man to apologize. See, let me tell you why I'm saying that. We got to mature past that wanting an apology from people. I want y'all to hear me very clearly. And I'm not just applying this to Angry Man. I'm applying this to the Democratic Party, the Republicans, everybody. The people that aggrieve us, mock us, wish us harm, stop asking for an apology from these people. In other words, encourage them to stand on their square so you know what you're dealing with. See, let me draw a dividing line in the sand, okay? Because see, this is where black male leadership comes in at. Women expect apologies all the time. They always, oh, my feelings, you hurt my feelings, my feelings. And feelings are valid. All human beings have them, okay? But as a man, when it comes to issues about racism and white supremacy, okay, and people like him, this tether, mocking us, no, I don't want you to apologize. I want you to say what you say and stand on it. What good is somebody's apology if it's not connected to tangible? See, that's what I want to encourage my people to lean towards. And salute to my good brother, Torrin Rain, in the building. I see y'all, everybody else that join us. Salute to everybody. But my thing is, we got to grow past these apology phases. What good is that? See, let me put it to you this way. We're going to take it to politics for a minute before we continue. The type of people that only mostly vote Democrat, and I want y'all to bear with me, they're the type of people that prefer the racism and white supremacy to be hidden, smiling in your face, but they got a knife behind their back. No, deal with what's right in front of you. And that's in no way an endorsement of the Republicans. What I'm saying is you have a better time on the battlefield when your opponent and your target is clear, not hidden. Get out of there. Oh, they said so. Fucking apology. So, Angry Man, no, you do not need to apologize. Don't do that. I'm glad he won't, but I'm saying, y'all stop that. This man shouldn't apologize. This is what he means. You need to know where people stand. Let's let him continue.
They swinging at the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. They swinging at the air. Shaking this mother. I'm shaking this shit. Oh my God. Bruh. Bruh.
Notice all that other thing too, cause see, I'm gonna be thorough in my dissection over here tonight. I'm gonna offend some people. It is what it is, but you ain't gonna be able to say that I'm lying about it. Notice that the common denominator between the Wiggers and then people that are either cosplaying to be foundational Black American because they have a love of hip hop culture. You can see how he dressed, okay? You can see every 5 minutes he talking like he in a hip hop video, or he's come out straight out of a script from Boys from the Hood or something like that, okay? They always overdo it with ebonics and slang. See, we all use that as a part of our culture, but we don't walk around every day talking like somebody out of a fucking Friday movie. Do we now? Oh yeah, I'm gonna stick this doggone point over here tonight. That's another dead giveaway that you would tell them, because just like the Wiggers, you trying to emulate something, an image or caricature that you think Black people are. That's really what you see when you watch them. Cause like, bruh, all this old extra theatric stuff. We think about it. Family, again, we all use ebonics, okay? Do we walk around talking like that 24/7? No, we don't. Usually the Black immigrant tether class does that. Look, let me tell you something right now. I'm not gonna punch down because I know I got brothers and sisters watching me from every part of the continent and the Caribbean that are on code. But a lot of times when they get to emulating our fashion sense, music, lingo, a lot of times if you go to these places, you be like, yo, bro, that lingo is outdated. We hadn't talked like that since the late 80s or the 90s. Listen, man, I could show pictures of some stuff, but that's not the point of tonight's stream. I'm just saying, a lot of people that have traveled, you know what I'm saying is the truth. But we're going to get back to analyzing this, though. I'm going to point out all this stuff tonight about why people have an issue with you, and it ain't because you light-skinned. We going to cut that bullshit out over here tonight. They hate me because I'm light-skinned. No, they ain't got a damn thing to do with that, and you know it. Let's get back to
it. Oh, my God. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him coming in. Look at him coming in. Chaos said, you was wrong. I tell you what, I'm going to do y'all a favor just this one time. I'm going to drop the link only for the people that think I'm wrong. You might still be able to sway my opinion. only for the people that think I'm wrong, I'm going to drop the link so you can come on, jump up here. You feel me? And tell the angry man, tell me how I'm wrong. Tell your boy how he wrong. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm going to go ahead and say this right now before we get analyzing the people that's going to come up and try to actually argue their case. Angry man, you're not wrong. I'm going to say that along with what I told people about apologizing. You're not wrong. That's how you really feel. That's what you really think about black people that you claim you're a part of us. You think that we're not supposed to celebrate defending ourselves against anti-black racism and white supremacy. I want y'all to listen to how he going to lay this out and try to validate why he's saying what he's saying. So no, you're not wrong at all, man. Listen, no, you are right. You can't be wrong about something that you think. That's what you really believe. Let's let him get back to it.
Go ahead and tell me how I'm wrong. Let's see. Let me get this link. Let me get this motherfucking link for these folks, for these good people, for these good peoples. You feel me? Go ahead. There you go. For anybody that disagree with me, go ahead and hit that link and come on up and tell.
Salute to the good brother Daryl Bledsoe for the cash app. Hey, Tory Rain, bro, you a fool for that comment in the chat, man. But hey, it's the truth, though. If you ballin' like that and you got that much bread, any cosmetic issues that you got, you should go in and get that taken care of. So I agree with you on that.
Tell me why you disagree. Go ahead and hit that link. Hit that link and tell me why you disagree. You feel me? Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Yo, get the likes up, man. If you just came in here, get the likes up. We damn near 1,000 people. We only got 557 likes. Let's get the likes up, man. Hit the Cash App and support the show. If you agree with me and you believe in what I'm talking about, hit the Cash App and show your support. You feel what I'm saying? Come on with it. Come on with it. Uh-oh. Science guy. Science guy, you disagree with me?
Yeah, Angry Man.
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares, nigga.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
Don't nobody give a damn, nigga. Nobody give a fuck if you disagree with me. Nah, fam, I'm joking with you, fam. I'm joking with you, fam. I'm joking with you, fam. Come on back up, man. Come on back up, bro. I'm joking with you. Look, the deacon said, let him talk, angry. Hey, you come up here, deacon. Shit. You ain't got to tell him to talk. You come up here and talk. You come up here and talk. You come on up here and talk, brother. Come on up here. Come on up here. We can chop it up. We can have a serious conversation. You feel me? We can have a serious conversation. So, I got a question. I got a question for everybody in here. So for the, oh, he came back. Science guy, how did you disagree with me, bro? What'd you disagree with?
Okay. Anyway, I don't understand how so you saw the video. I mean, you did see the beginning where the white dude obviously attacked the black security guard, didn't you? I mean, you saw.
I want y'all to hear what he's about to say next. Now, pay close attention to this exchange here they're about to have.
Saw that, right?
Definitely saw it.
Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out is why is that not getting more emphasis on this topic?
Because why would I need to talk about the black security guard getting attacked when y'all done already kicked their asses? I need to talk about that part. Didn't black folks kick the dude's asses? Didn't y'all do a motherfucking bunkhouse stampede and fucking rage in the cage? Didn't y'all beat the hell out of everybody?
Well, I mean, that was after they attacked them first.
But y'all beat the shit out of everybody, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, they did.
Okay, so why would I need to talk about that part of it? I already said they was wrong for fighting the security guard. I even said I'm not mad at them for jumping in it. I said niggas celebrating the shit is the goofiest shit in the world because it's not a victory.
All right, let's deal with that. You heard his position now. Okay, let him use his own words. Now, this is where it comes into play. People that are not really connected to our lineage. Because see, all you really do is gotta just let him talk. More and more, you really telling on yourself. And I'm going to say it one more time. You get as pissed as you want to. I honestly believe you're Cuban and Puerto Rican. I don't really think one of your parents is black. I saw that little picture that you showed that was half faded. We don't talk like this, bro. We don't. Okay? So now, let's deal with what you said. You say that it's nothing to celebrate. It's not a victory. So if it had been the other way around, would you been saying the same thing, Angry Man? And only you know that. But see, let me explain something. Reason why our people of my bloodline, foundational Black American freedmen, the reason why they were celebrating that and why all these memes are going around, first of all, that's a part of our culture. You don't have a problem with that as long as it's something you like. And then, like I said before, you're not criticizing the white supremacists that mock us when they kill us, okay? We didn't kill anybody down there, all right? So in addition to that, here's why we celebrate. Because yes, we do have the right to defend ourselves. But see, I'm going to tell you what one of your problems is, and not just you, but most of the tether class. You don't like seeing white mama and white daddy get their ass kicked because you idolize them. And don't tell me that he doesn't. For anybody coming over here, don't you tell me he don't idolize white people. Listen to him talk. Listen to the way he idolizes certain white figures. See, let me make something clear. Because he's a very intelligent guy. See, I can critique fairly and honestly. There's nothing wrong with getting a game from any race or person that you can use to better your life. Nothing wrong. Where the problem comes in at is every time you refer to them, you think they're above black people. Because he talks like that all the damn time. I ain't got to put no words in his mouth. His whole channel is over there for you to go and see. Won't y'all listen to the rest of this, though? If you think I'm reaching, you ain't gonna think I'm reaching by the time this over.
Well, yeah, you could say the celebration and all that shit that niggas is doing on TikTok is stupid. But, I mean, you know niggas is gonna be joking. I mean, this is what niggas do. They joke around about shit.
Niggas joke too much. Instead of niggas joking, what they should be doing is they should be trying to get some legislation passed so that a group or a mob or whatever you want to call it will stop attacking black folk for no goddamn reason.
Salute to Christopher L. Ellis for the cash out. Thank you much. And Angry Man, listen, man. We already have laws on the books that actually protect any American citizen from being jumped on. In fact, let's go here with it. We were trying to get an anti-black hate crime bill. Don't act like you care about people trying to get other laws on the books for extra protection, because see, I'm finna show you where you're a hypocrite at. And you know that. Don't say you care about that, because nothing on your channel advocates for that ever. When the last time your little cosplaying ass ever stood up and said, hey, you know what? We need to get a hate crime bill for black people. See, you look, I'm not one of your fanboys, okay? I'm not. I'm not going to lie on you over here tonight. We're going to use your words. I'm not your fanboy. I can call you out when you full of shit. You don't advocate for anything for the protection or the justice of black people. You spend most of your time trying to take the other side. You always got a reason, and then you try to do this little tap dance in the middle thing where you fool some people that idolize you. Yeah, I said they should have did it. They had the right to defend themselves, but then you flip back over here and start your cooning. You either all in or you all out with us, man. It ain't no middle ground with us, okay? See, them goofballs that's over there on that gender war shit, they won't call you out on that. I will over here. I guarantee you, if I'm the only one in new black media that'll hit you across the head with the truth, I'll do it. Let's let them continue.
Instead of joking about the shit.
Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, I just feel like more emphasis should be on the fact that the black security guard was attacked for simply asking someone to move their boat.
Why would I need...
And to clear that up, the brother that was attacked, he was the co-captain of the riverboat. He wasn't a security guard. Just want to make sure I clear that up. And I see y'all in chat, boy. Y'all hell, boy. So somebody said he got the chain from Temu. Now, see, I know my chat room be lighting them up, but we gonna deal with most of the facts over here tonight, boy. Y'all hell, boy. Yeah, y'all hell.
And I guess, see, this is the thing. Here's the thing. Let me say this. See, here's where the problem is. This is just like that Carlisha Hood situation. When that happened, everybody kept saying, but Angry Man, you got to put more emphasis on the fact that man shouldn't have put his hands on that woman. And I'm like, that nigga dead. Why would I need to put emphasis on that when he done already been punished?
Because if he wouldn't have did that, his black ass would still be alive. But that's too much like right, huh, smart guy?
Why I got to worry about that part of it? I got to worry about them dudes. Them dudes got beat up and they got arrested.
I mean, I just think that, how am I going to put this? Do you think that if the roles were reversed and it was a white security guard that was asking a black dude, or like, I guess the family to, move their boat, and they decided to, attack them as a response? What do you think the whole narrative would be?
If it was a white security guard that got attacked by 4 black guys that didn't want to move their boat, and a bunch of white people came and beat up them white guys, y'all niggas would be screaming bloody murder, and you would want everybody that was fighting arrested.
Okay.
Let's deal with that whataboutism too. First of all, you know damn well that most black people, if they were in a situation where they owned the boat and they were told to move, we would have moved that boat no damn problem. We don't act like that. I'm gonna show you where you can't argue with me neither, Angry Man, or anybody else. If there are black people that have enough money or fluent enough to have a boat, usually those are black people with some sense. So your goofy ass analogy does not hold water. It don't. Look, the average black person that don't even have any type of influence, most of the time we go somewhere, if there's rules, we abide by the rules. Those of us with sense. But see what you do on your channel, you take that small percentage of us, the hood rats, the dusty Negroes, and you try to make that represent, see, these are black people. Tommy Sotomayor do the same thing. Yeah, Tommy, if you listen, I'm going to call you out on this too. I know he always like, man, why you always talking about me? Because you, look, I'm just going to say it right now. Angry Man and rest on, these are your bastard children, Tommy. You've said as much yourself. You have. These are your bastard children. Yes, they are. They got that shit from you. And let me explain by that shit. Let me clarify it, okay? I don't want to use too many ebonics over here tonight. I want to make sure I'm understood. What I mean by that is, Tommy, you know that most of the time you have an issue with one black person. See, that's why I hate these black bitches. Everybody, that's why I hate them. I hate these black bitches. I ain't never had an issue with one black person or an issue with one person from any race. Black. See, that's what all of them do. With the exception of white supremacists, which are different from average white people. See, we make distinctions over here. I don't have a problem with a regular white person that just living their life, law-abiding citizen, you're not harassing my people. But if you exhibit to me and prove that you are an anti-black racist with white supremacist tendencies, yeah, I'm going to be cautious around those that I recognize that are like you. And there's many ways to tell, okay? But that foolishness where you fall out with one black person now, that's why I hate niggas. It's crazy. That is the most insane shit ever. And see, you got a whole bunch of Tommy Sotomayor clones that picked that bullshit up when they saw it with some money in it. That's really all it is. Male and female. Let's be clear on that now. I'm going to get into that a little bit later, though. Let's let him continue.
And I feel like...
Yeah. Shouldn't ask that question, bruh. Shouldn't answer that question because you know damn well that if it was a white security guard and 4 black niggas jumped on him and beat him up and was beating him up and a swarm of white people came in and beat up those brothers, black folks would not want those 4 men arrested. They would say that the people that jumped on them was wrong. They would say, They would say that the white people shouldn't have jumped in it. They should have just called the police.
Which is, see, it's like he's living in an alternate reality. Because see, I'm gonna tell you something. People like this that cosplayers our lineage, they live vicariously through movies, music, and TV. That's pretty much what they do. They don't really know anything about real black people. Because most of us, see, this is what separates us from the white supremacist class of white society. If we see our people doing something wrong, we be like, you know what? Yeah, man, that's wrong. That's fucked up. Most decent black people, when we see our people doing something wrong, we be like, yeah, okay, yeah, you wrong for that, bro. You're going to have to be punished for that. We call that out all the time. Fact of business, let's go here. Most of the so-called black on black crime, there's no such thing. Crime is committed into proximity of where you live, okay? But we gonna go there for sake of argument. The black on black crime that they always run around talking about when they talk about Chicago, this or that, that's mostly decent black people trying to defend themselves from dusty Negroes that we don't want nothing to do with. So you gonna stop this bullshit where, like, if it was the other way around, a situation where most black people don't fuck with white folks unless they bother us, especially down here in the South where the rules are clearly defined. See that ass whooping that was exhibited in that Montgomery, Alabama situation? That's pretty much the recipe for the South as far as the social the unspoken social contract down here between black folks and white folks. You don't start nothing with us, we don't start nothing with you. That's how it is on both sides, okay? And for the most part, we get along okay until every now and again you get them group of white supremacists, get that liquid courage in them or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna try one of you niggas like, okay, now you know what recipe of ass whooping you gonna get down here now. Cause we gonna serve it to you nice, hot, and nutritious. Man, listen, that's how it is down here. See, that's nothing new. To be honest with you, a lot of our people are shocked that have never been to the southern states at how that happened. Let me tell you something. That's a common occurrence down here. I'm gonna say it to you again. We don't have white folks or other groups running around talking about nigga, and songs or none of that. They know damn well you don't say that shit around a group of us. We don't play that. And see, I'm gonna break something down about this little suspected white supremacist. He's an Arab running around up there in Times Square, New York, where a bunch of immigrants was running around talking about nigga this. I bet you won't try that down here in a small town, Zerka. You know where not to come. I would love for you to come down here and try that and see how that go for you. But see, my point is this. The stuff that Angry Man is talking about, this is why people have a problem with you. It ain't got shit to do with your light skin complexion. So I ain't gonna let you get away with that gaslighting over here. That's one of his main things. Hey, you hating on me because I'm light skinned. No, nigga, it's this coonish behavior. Let's let it continue.
But they didn't have no business putting their hands on them brothers. You know they would have said that.
Another thing I feel like would have been, a thing that everyone would have been talking about, including, a lot of people who, I guess you could say like Fox News and shit like that, they would be calling the black people thugs and criminals for attacking the white security guard. It would be a different narrative.
And they should be calling those white guys that did that thugs and criminals.
You really think they're gonna do that?
They probably won't, but they should.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it.
Okay, but that's not the issue. It's not the issue.
Well,
Why do y'all keep expecting? Why do you keep expecting dogs to meow and cats to bark? Why do y'all keep expecting that shit?
what do you mean by that?
What I mean is, you just told me you know they not gonna do that. So why the fuck do you expect them to do something different than what they already do?
It's not about expecting them to do something different than what they already do. Let me make this crystal clear. Cause see, we're gonna use this stream over here tonight to debunk a lot of this bullshit talking points that they have over there on that side of the fence. Not all of them, but guys like him. The reason why we mention it, because what he basically saying is, why y'all always talking about that white supremacy? Yo, he love that white supremacy. You always mock that shit and I hope this never happens to you. It's always funny to guys like that until they run into some real hardcore rednecks. Then all that gangster shit that you talk online, then we gonna see what you about then. I hope that don't happen to you. Let's see, there's places in this country right now. Brother Torian Rain has covered some of them. Sundown towns. There are modern sundown towns in this country right now today, where if your black ass go through there or your tan ass, even if you not one of us, go through there and they catch you, look here, boy, what you doing over here? And when that happen, oh, you better be ready to go, because them crackers ain't playing with you. See, this is why we stomp their ass down here in the South like that, because we know we can't afford to play games. That's life or death. This goofy cooning and shit like that, you can't be down here in these southern states and you have that kind of mentality. Cause I'm like, okay, shit, if something go down, motherfucker, we can't trust you. You over there with them. But see, Angry Man, the reason why we talk about it is to make sure that our youth understand today that we are not in a post-racial society. Sadly, family, I don't know if a lot of you saw this, because I'm trying to bring myself to be able to report on this, but there was a story in the New York Post that I saw. It was a little biracial girl, okay, and her father's black, looked like he might be an immigrant, and he married this white woman. Let the little 8-year-old girl go over to some white folks out, the babysitter, and the 11-year-old son of one of them shot this little 8-year-old black girl to death. Killed her. She survived initially, but she died 2 days later. Now, the reason why I say that had to be an immigrant, most black people know you don't let your black child go over to no white folks' house, but see, when you coming over here and you marrying them like that, and the white woman probably like, oh, they cool, they ain't no problem. You know, you don't let your black children go over to their house unsupervised. Are you crazy? We damn sure don't play that down here in the South. I know everybody down here in the South that grew up, you probably had some little white friends and you be like, yeah, mom, I want to go, or dad, I want to go over there to XY Billy house. They're like, they can come over here, but you're not going over there. No, we don't play that because we already know what time it is down here. But I digress, family. I'm going to let him get back to it because like I said, he going to make himself out to be exactly what he is tonight.
Well, see, because I really want to focus on the double standard more so than anything.
Okay, well, you don't have the power to change the double standard. That's the entire point of my argument. The entire point of my argument is this should not be a celebration because you still lack the power to change things like this so that it doesn't happen as a common occurrence. You don't have the power to change things so that they're not sitting up on Fox News and whatever other news station pretending like those white guys didn't do something wrong.
You're not advocating for that change either. You know you're not. Show me one stream anytime where you've advocated for that change, Anchor Man. You don't care about that. You don't. You run around over there talking about Latina smell better and all this other bullshit where you trying to promote that it's best to get any other woman except for a foundational Black American Freedmen woman. Now, that does not mean, because you have to clear things up for some of his slow buzz audience, that does not mean that we don't critique the women that are out of pocket over here, but we don't focus on that 24/7. Because I said before, if you a man with your shit together over here, you choose what kind of woman you deal with and what you don't. That's not something we spend our entire lives running around to be dubbed this, to be dubbed that. No. The community's problems are on both ends of us, okay? And those of us with sense work together to correct that. That's what we do. But this is what you're talking about right here. You're exposing yourself. And again, I'm glad that you're doing this. I'm glad that you're doing this. I don't want you to apologize. I don't want nobody messing with your channel, none of that. I want you to have over 1 million subscribers. I know y'all be like, man, why? Yes. We need this to be loud and proud. So that way, all these Sambos and coons just run around talking about you black in name only. That should have been your first clue right there. He really ain't from our lineage. Think about it. Let me ask the question to the chat room, because I did a poll on this on Twitter. How many foundational Black American freedmen, men and women in here, if you proud of your lineage and who you are, no matter what problems we got in our community, because we damn sure got problems. How many of you gonna wake up one day and say, oh, because of this percentage, this small percentage over here doing all this fucked up shit that the media highlight as if that's the representation of Black society? How many of you gonna wake up and say, I'm gonna call myself black in name only? You got the right to do that, but keep your ass over there. Because you's a Negro I can't trust, or a Negress I can't trust. Black in name only. I'll never not be proud of my lineage and who I am. Let's let this continue.
Well, I feel like a lot of Black people are really what the celebration is, but well, it shouldn't even be a celebration. I agree with that. It's kind of stupid. The jokes is, I guess, funny, but I feel
the jokes is funny as fuck. I ain't gonna front. They funny as hell.
Yeah, the jokes is funny, but I feel like the main focus, like the main thing that's, a lot of Black people are really, when the videos I've watched on it and shit like that, a lot of people are really saying like, this is good to see, Black people going and, protecting the Black people from what a lot of people.
See, and the call on here, he trying to give him pushback, but that's one of his fanboys. Yeah, I'm gonna call whoever you are. You one of his fanboys. I already hear it in your voice. I got a question though, Angry Man. Did you go tell them white boys not to celebrate when Kyle Rittenhouse got off? Did you go tell them that? Did you go tell the white people not to celebrate when Zimmerman got off? Did you go tell them that? Did you go tell any of these people that have harmed and killed Black folks, running around with all their means? Did you go tell them not to celebrate? Did you do that? Because see, I would like to see you do that. Now I know you won't, but I'm making it make sense for my audience, okay? Because see, your fanboys over there and your fangirls, they too far. If they over there, they too far gone to understand that you don't sit up here cooning with racism and white supremacy. Let me ask you this too, Angry Man. You're so irritated about our people celebrating. And we all know that our elder, Neely Fuller Jr., cautions against over-celebration. See, a lot of people take things so literal, but he means over-celebration for just constantly celebrating when there's more work to be done. You act like we don't know we still got a fight on our hands down here. You can do two things at once. You know that, right? You can chew gum and walk at the same time. See, again, what your issue is, you don't like seeing a group of Black people hand white folks their ass. You don't. You don't. Let's let them continue.
We'll look at is the situation that could be deemed. A lot of people, of course, it's racial. Of course, it's made racial. But the fact that a Black security guard asked him to move his boat and he didn't want to move it, a lot of people can think that that's some entitlement there.
And let me pause again to salute to good brother Project Leroy for the cash out. But let me point out something else, too, about the caller, and I want all the audience over here gathered listening to me to really let this register in your mind. One of the ways that we protect ourselves, and I believe in this over here on my channel, okay? I try to teach all my audience on any platform to do this. Effective and accurate communication. He keeps saying the guy was a security guard. No, he was a co-captain of the boat. See, when we relay information to one another, we need to make sure we got the facts straight, okay? So that's something I want to remind everybody of, especially a young Black person. Don't be the type of person to relay inaccurate information. He wasn't a security guard. He was a co-captain of the riverboat. Let's let it continue.
And I don't want to move my boat because this Black security guard is telling me to. A lot of people are viewing it as that like entitlement that a lot of people of that, community have, and Black people basically checking the fact that he decided to attack that Black security guard because of his entitlement instead of just moving his damn boat.
Okay, but what I'm saying is if you actually had the power that you should have, the security guard shouldn't even had to negotiate with them. The security guard should have been able to roll up with two more security guards and beat the hell out of them for not moving their boat. That would have been a victory. Because that would be him exerting his actual power instead of him being a security guard whose authority was not recognized. So they attacked him and then random niggas had to come skipping up and beat up the dudes because them niggas like to fight.
See, this is how another reason why I'm gonna say it. I'll take responsibility for this. Why I'm gonna say he's not a part of our lineage. All of you keep talking about this ain't nothing to celebrate. You're missing the goddamn point. You supposed to defend yourself. That was not a powerless thing. You damn right it's a victory when you stop these white supremacists from kids. Because look, let's go here. Let's go with the common sense part. To go to show you why I say this bastard is sitting up here cooning. What if no black people was around? Or worse yet, I'm going to go here. What if it was mostly the tether class that stood around up there in New York and watched Jordan nearly be choked to death by that punk-ass coward, Daniel Penny? What if it was that set of black people? They would have killed that brother. Go back and look at that footage. Did it look like them white supremacists were going to stop beating that brother anytime soon? Did you see any of them say, all right, guys, that's enough? Or at the very least, okay, let's go here. We're going to get all the bullshit out the way. Let's just say the white guys were so offended you want the fair one. Why come you didn't say, hey, guys, let them fight one-on-one? Let's do that. Because they never do that. White supremacists are cowards. The only way that they'll approach a black person is if they're armed or if they got numbers or they picking on an elderly person, a child, or a woman by herself. This is why I advocate the Second Amendment for our sisters over here. Okay? But if it was in that scenario that I just gave, if nobody would have came out and helped that brother, they would have killed him, man. If nobody else, if it was all white people, hey, just roll his ass in the water. That's if it been later in the evening or something like that. Oh, yeah. But see, this little small head Negro sitting right here, and I'm going to call him a Negro even though I don't believe he's one of us. His little small head sitting up here, he ain't going to mention none of what I just said. And again, he's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody telling me this ain't cooning.
Because that's the way the world is going to run the narrative. The world is going to run the narrative as those were not black people that were trying to be righteous. Those were black people who wanted to engage in violence.
Well, yeah, I know. The world isn't going to focus on the white people attacking them first. They're going to focus on the black people.
Salute the best battle for the cash out. Thank you very much, my sister. But see, notice how he keeps saying that, oh, them were just Negroes that wanted to fight. So they couldn't have been concerned black people that are like, hey, they probably going to kill this brother. They couldn't have been concerned foundational black American freedmen that say, hey, man, that's an old man. They jumping on him. They younger than him. It's more than one. Because, see, look, let me tell you something. I know our people, especially down here in the South. Now, we will clap your ass up down here with a candy bar if we have to. But if you keep your hands, we'll keep your hands. And I know my people. Had that just been a one-on-one fight, nobody would have ran down there like that. Unless they would have seen the brother hurt or something. They would be like, all right, hey, especially the men. See, look, let me tell y'all something. Because I know in a large portion of the country, not down here, ain't really no such thing as a fair one no more. Everybody got the gunplay going on, okay? Down here, if it's hand to hand, we still believe in that. Yeah, some of us down be like, yeah, okay, hey, man, no, go ahead and let them do what they're going to do, man. One-on-one. I know my people. I'm telling you, dude, look, the men down here be like, hey, man, don't nobody jump in. Hey, let them handle their business, okay? But see, if you're not from here, you wouldn't know that about us. Let's let them continue.
You know, that's what of course the world's going to, come from that angle because of course it is. Of course that's
because black people don't have what?
Well, yeah, you can say power, but
so
at the same time.
So if black, this is just like, look, one of the memes they put up there was from Higher Learning with Busta Rhymes and all of the dudes in the crib celebrating. But guess what? They only played the part where they were celebrating. They didn't play it all the way to the end where Ice Cube told them niggas to shut up. What the hell are y'all celebrating for? They didn't play that part. They didn't play that part when he said, what is y'all celebrating for? You behind enemy lines. One ass whooping ain't gonna make up for 400 years of bondage.
And see how he keep referencing movies instead of looking at how black society really is. And again, this go to show you really don't know black people like that because none of us are sitting around going, whoo, that Alabama River Brawl, boy, that did it right there. Oh, white supremacy is over. Which black people are sitting around talking like that, huh, Angry Man? See, Part of the problem with you, man, you sit around living vicariously through movies and music. And see, before anybody argue with me, look at the background. Look at his background. I'm going here with it tonight, goddammit. Look at his background. Now, let me be clear. There is nothing wrong with liking comic books, video games, things of that nature, as long as you handling your business, you taking care of your family, got your bills paid. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's another hobby for people just like fishing. So my issue isn't that. The point that I'm pointing out is when somebody's whole persona is based around that, then I got to go here. He got the right to dress like however he want. And I suspect I know the reason. You dress like a big 15-year-old kid, dude. Yeah, I'm going here. You are. You dress like a kid. Now, that's your right to do it. And I'm going to tell you why I understand it. So it's really not me picking at him. You got a lot of black people or people that black adjacent, cosplaying, whatever you want to call it, that were poor and didn't grow up where they could afford certain types of name brands and things. So they say, you know what? If I ever get myself straightened out where I get some money, I'm going to buy these things and I'm going to wear them because I always wanted this as a kid. Maybe that's his situation. But I'm going to tell you something. And he can do whatever he wants. There should be times when as a grown man, your wardrobe transitions. I'm not saying you got to be Kevin Samuels or anybody and be in a suit every time somebody see you. But where's the range to your wardrobe as a man, huh? And again, he got the right to dress however he want. Okay, maybe that's his strategy for his show. That's his prerogative. But what I'm saying is if you walking around like that all the time as a man, listen, my closet got levels to it. I've got traditional formal business suit attire, business casual clothes like he wearing. Then you got your work clothes, your gym clothes. I mean, it's supposed to be levels to a man's wardrobe. You're not supposed to look like a 15-year-old kid all the time. I'm just saying, man, it's a lot to unpack with this. Let's let it continue.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But that's what niggas do. Niggas is celebrating little tiny victories. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if a person, it's like if you ran up to Mike Tyson and you punched him in the face and then you turn around and start celebrating everybody. Mike's still standing right there. And when you turn around, he's gonna knock you the fuck out. Instead of you putting yourself in a position to where you could actually be a contender and actually be a problem for Mike. So now Mike got to give you equal respect.
No black person is looking at the entire system of white supremacy as being defeated or compared to that analogy that you gave to Mike Tyson. Because see, that's another thing too. A lot of the cosplayers and the tilted class, they view white supremacy as an unsurmountable god. Oh, we'll never beat white supremacy. This is why they don't challenge it. You're not fooling me, Angry Man. You and others like you. Okay? Furthermore, behind that, let's go with that analogy that you just gave. The same thing could be applied to most of the dudes that sit over there in those spaces complaining and whining about the problems with women, child support, baby mama, this, that, the third. Okay, let's use your logic. Why don't we see more of you saying, all right, we've got very intelligent, well-to-do brothers over here? Because that's very true. You got a lot of brothers that are well-to-do and very educated, intelligent, all types of degrees from all fields in the manosphere. See, I can critique somebody and tell the truth. You have that. So by his same logic, why don't you have most of them over there? And even those that were once associated with it that they don't really claim, like the good brother Dennis Sperling, okay, the attorney, he may have some controversial views, but he's a very competent attorney. The lead attorney, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, whose work I respect. Why don't you get some of your best and brightest together and say, by your logic, stop whining about it and put yourself in a power position and say, hey, we're going to see who we can elect to local offices in the different states where our manosphere brothers are at and see if we can get some laws changed. See, I'm throwing that shit right back at you. Oh, yeah, but see, that's too much like right. You're not going to take your own advice. Let them continue.
You get my analogy?
Yeah, I get it. I get the analogy.
So niggas think that I'm just trying to hate on black people. I'm not hating on black people at all. I'm just smart enough to know how this shit go. They in Alabama. How many innocent, non-suspecting black folk is going to be the victims of bullshit because niggas is all over the internet poking fun and celebrating and making fun of the whole white community. See, this is the thing.
See, and this is where somebody not connected to our lineage misses the damn point. Angry man, they already doing shit to our people. You gonna make them white folks mad? That's really what your scary ass is saying. You gonna make them white folks mad? How many innocent people gonna suffer because y'all picking at white folks? Let me tell you something about Alabama and the South. Because, see, I'm down here from these parts. I know these places. They already doing that to black people down here when they can catch us slipping. The lesson for those of us who are foundational black American freedmen is, hey, you need to stay on code and protect each other. We already know that. You act like if we didn't celebrate, oh, the white people gonna stop doing stuff to us. See, you don't pay attention to the different things across the nation where they still doing things to black people. Lynching black people when they can catch them by themselves. You don't pay attention to that because you're too busy over there in that little He-Man Woman Haters Club. It's your right to do it. But see, again, this is why I don't want you censored. I want you to speak freely. You don't owe people no apologies. I want you to stand up on it loud and proud, just like you doing here. Oh, gonna make them white folk mad. They coming to get us. Oh, man, if you don't sit your scary ass down, we don't do that down here, man. We already know what time it is. And see, let me tell you something. Because see, you don't really know the South down here. Outside of Texas, these southeastern states over here, oh yeah, we practice that Second Amendment right down here. Oh, yes, we do. I'm going to let him continue. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet.
They're not making fun of just those men. That would be fine. They're making fun of white people as a whole. As if white people as a whole jumped on that man.
I mean,
that's another misnomer. No, we not making fun of white people as a whole. We talking about these white supremacists. Yeah, all white people are not white supremacists. So the ones that feel some type of way about it, tough titty New York City is what it is. And I'm going to say it one more time. We are not operating off the mindset, oh, we going to make them mad. They already mad. When the hell have they not been mad enough to harm black people in this country? And you should know our history. But see, you turn a blind eye to that. You really don't know our people, man. That's why I'm going to say it again. I really don't believe you one of us.
You really think that making fun of white people as a whole? I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know how niggas get down. They don't, this is not viewed as, yeah, they beat up them 4 white guys. No, this is viewed as we kicked white supremacist ass on August the 5th.
Notice how he said that, white supremacy, all that. They're trying to make a mockery out of something that takes the biggest threat to black lives, according to the FBI. Never mind what we say in New Black Media. According to the FBI crime statistics, white supremacists have infiltrated every branch of law enforcement and military. But see, you make a joke out of it because, and I hope it never does, because it hadn't hit you yet. You ain't never really been face to face with no hardcore white supremacists. I know you hadn't, because if you were, you wouldn't be talking like that. I have. Let me tell you something, man. It's been plenty of times down here I done had to whoop these motherfuckers' asses because they try to run up on a sister, a child, or an older person. I know what it's like to go toe-to-toe with the white boys that can throw hands. And I knock their motherfucking asses out every time, too. And whatever else need to be done. See, a lot of y'all don't understand that have never been down here to the South, a real hardcore redneck. Look, you got some white boys down here, man, that, look, I'm going to tell it like it is. You got some down here, boy. Listen, you get into it with them, you better be ready. They in shape. They know how to practice their Second Amendment rights. We know that part. But if it's not coming down to that, and you just got to run, you're going to have to put his ass out. These old school country rednecks down here, man, they ain't nothing to play with. That's why them folks acting like that down there in Alabama, because they know what they're dealing with down there, man. You don't play with them down here. If you got to go with them, all the talking go out the window. It's either them or you. A lot of people don't get that's how serious it is down here. But I'm telling you, I live here. I know. Let's let it continue.
I mean, any niggas think like that is just stupid, in my opinion. I can't deny that.
That's how niggas. Every person that has argued this against me, you know what they've said? They've said, this is a step in the right direction against the oppression. Who who they talking about. They're talking about all of them. They're not talking about them 4 people. Them 4 dudes don't have the ability to oppress nobody. If they did, they wouldn't have got their ass kicked on that pier. Like,
that's the other thing. He don't understand what real anti-black racism is. He think racism is name calling. I've heard him make the statements on his channel. He actually think black people can be racist. He said this many times out of his own mouth. This man is actually very well read. But in his mind, he thinks that name calling is equivalent of racism. And see, Angry Man, actually, they do have the ability to oppress people. Because see, if them brothers and sisters were down there wouldn't have did nothing, I guarantee you there would have been no help for that brother coming. We talking about the white supremacists across the nation, not all white people. But see, if you was connected to any real black folks that wasn't coons, you would know that. Let it continue.
I haven't heard no one say that shit, but if there's really niggas talking like that, that's some dumbass shit.
Them dudes,
I'm sorry.
Them dudes was some dudes that was out on their boat and they was feeling theyself, whether they was feeling theyself or some racial shit or just being arrogant pricks. Either way, it don't matter because they was wrong. The dude told them to move their boat. He said, man, fuck that guy. I'm not moving my boat. And they jumped up there and they fucked around and they found out. But that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is everything that comes after that. And what I'm saying is niggas is celebrating. So niggas made their chess move. Keep that same energy when these folks make their counter chess move. I need you to keep that same energy, that same unity, and all of that shit when them good old boys start turning the fuck up.
And see, that right there lets me know he hadn't really been down here before. Let me tell you something, Angry Man. I want everybody gathered in this chat room to hear me when I tell you, because where my black people from Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Arkansas, where you at? Because I want y'all to bear me witness on what I'm about to say, especially these southeastern states. We stay like that down here. We ain't, okay, we don't turn that off. No, it's always on 10 down here. Every time we leave our house, we expect we might have to get into it with one of them. Now, the rules are clearly defined, but most of us, see, let me break this down for a lot of people that have never been down here that don't know nothing about Southern Georgia rules or just Southeastern state rules. We're peaceful with everybody. But we ain't gonna never be a group of us here. Like, let me tell you something. People like Peyton Gendron, Daniel Penny, brothers with a peep game on what they had going. Black man, why that funny looking white dude over there looking all strange? Or white girl, because the sisters be on point too. We ain't a bunch of people that just running around down here like we don't know where we at. Oh, trust me, we gonna keep the same energy because it's been the same. This is just the first time that something like that was caught on film and went viral. Do you know how many ass whoopings that wasn't caught on film like that? See, let me say something to you. This is why a lot of times we tell, look, let me say it like this. My good brother, Sincere Love the Guy, Raheem Shabazz, okay, a couple other Kid Gravity Beyond, okay, my Caribbean brother on Code. A lot of them, when they move down here from other places, not only do they see their money goes further, what a lot of them will tell you, and I know I can speak for them on this, they like how black people stick together because they know, okay, yeah, if it go down here, oh yeah, we got backup. Yeah, that's the standard down here. You ain't, listen, you can't have a situation like Jordan Neely and then the people that know you be like, well, okay, well, man, what you did? Oh, I just stood there. You finna get your ass tore out the frame. We value black lives down here. But see, you wouldn't know that if you're not from here. Let's let this continue.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be crazy if I mean somebody turned up over that.
What?
That would just be insane.
Have y'all been paying attention to the country we live in?
Oh no, I know, but that's insane.
Bruh, let me tell you something. Look, at the end of the day, it's like I said, what black people, all joking aside, what black people after this, I'm not saying in the moment, what they did is what they did. It is what it is. But what black people should be fighting for is they should be fighting for what Asian people got, what the rainbow community got.
This shows you that he's not connected to any type of grassroots. Family, we've been pushing for an anti-black hate crime bill over here. We've been pushing for that. But see, when you're not a part of any grassroots circles, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know it. And see, let me go ahead and get back on this, because see, I'm gonna stay on this tonight before this is over. I'm gonna show you how you can tell that he really not one of us. Notice how he keeps saying what black people should have did, what black people should have did. You never hear him say what our people should have done. Because if you see, think about it. That's talking about him, our people in the third person again. If you a black person, even if you said what I want to see black people do, at some point you say, yeah, this is what our people need to do. You don't never hear him say our people. You know why? Because when you know that you're really Hispanic and not black, that's what your ass tends to do. Yes. See, you can lie to an audience, but your subconscious is going to tell the truth. Anybody that studies psychology, you know that. You can only keep up a lie for so long. You're going to, because look, the mind's natural state. Let me show you something about psychology. The mind's natural state is truth. Because when you look at something, when your eyes register it, when your ears hear it, you smell it, whatever, your five senses. Your five senses put all that information together and say, okay, this is the reality that these senses perceive. And it gives your brain a picture of it. Now, where you go off script at is when you start saying something other than what you perceive or know. The brain trips up because that's not its default position to lie. Yeah, I'm hitting you with that. Let's let him continue.
Should be fighting for their rights, in the sense that if you do something to somebody and it appears to be racially motivated, it should be a hate crime. It shouldn't just be assault. That's what black folks should be fighting for right now. Not, on TikTok celebrating because somebody got, Stone Cold Steve Austin with a chair.
How is black people celebrating on TikTok gonna prevent that from happening? See, Angry Man, if you really knew anything about foundational Black American freedmen history, you'll know that all the change we've gotten in this country didn't happen until we did take to the streets and do what you saw in Montgomery, Alabama. Show me when we've ever been able to just vote our way out of something, huh? Show me when we've ever just been, oh, please, Mr. Charlie, Miss Ann, y'all have mercy on us. And then they say, you know what? Yeah, we've treated niggers harder. You have to put foot up white supremacist ass to get change in this country. I challenge you to show me any time that we haven't had to do that in mass across this country. Go back and look up Holy Week or Hell Week, as some call it, after Martin Luther King died. Several other events in this country's history. Just George Floyd. They weren't going to charge Derek Chauvin. He would be free right now if they didn't turn up there in Minnesota. And salute to them brothers and sisters up there. Because, see, for them, there's a couple other places across the nation where it pays to have what I call the Southern mindset. I'm saying it that way. See, down here, we're more family-oriented, so we know we have to stick together. But if you're a black person in some of these northern or Midwestern states where your population is in the 1%, like they're in the single-digit percentage of what I'm saying, you can't help but be on code. That's life or death. The brother or sister to your left or right could have your life in their hands. See, I'm going to tell you something. While you talking about what black people shouldn't have been doing, imagine if that same Montgomery, Alabama spirit had been in them brothers and sisters up there when they was trying to murder George Floyd. He'd still be alive. He'd still be alive. If that same spirit had been up there when Daniel Penny snuck up behind Jordan Neely, he'd still been alive. See, but you're not connected to us like that, so you can't register these things. Let's let it continue.
Yeah, the chair was unnecessary. That shit was crazy.
And keep in mind, they wasn't just, and keep in mind, they was hitting women with them chairs too. They caught one woman on the top of her damn head. I know she had to go to the hospital because he folded the chair on top of her head, bruh. Like real shit. So like, look, I'm just telling you, bro. They they took it to a whole nother level. So they better look. They better keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they do.
Because when you set it off, you got to be ready. And they set it off, and now they set it off with the fight, which the fight would have been fine. That would have been nothing. But what's really set it off is motherfuckers is celebrating the fuck out of that shit, bro. When I go to TikTok, I don't see nothing but the memes for that. There's literally no other content.
When they murdered George Floyd, all you saw was a bunch of kneel on the neck challenge too. You ain't going to get on white people about that. And if I'm wrong, somebody point it out to me. You over here and you've been over there and you saw him call that out. Correct me. I want to be corrected if I'm wrong. Okay. I've never seen it. When did you call them out about making fun of Breonna Taylor? Because every time one of us are killed, not just assaulted, killed, little babies, Ayanna Jones, they were picking on her, making fun about that. I've seen some of the most vile comments made about some of our young ones murdered. You ain't stepped up and said nothing about telling white, all right, white folk, y'all don't need to talk about us like that. No. But yet you see some black people celebrating an ass whooping where all the white people live. Got such a problem with that. Y'all gonna make them mad now. And you talk all that gangster shit over there. Man, if you don't get out of here with that, let's let it continue.
It's on TikTok right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to say how these niggas that made that many memes that fast. That is crazy.
Yeah, the memes is, bruh, everybody's making.
Yeah, it's white people making memes too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's white people. It's white people that's making memes because it's white people that don't think those white guys were right in what they did.
Yep.
But yo, I appreciate you coming up, bro.
Yeah, that was all my disagreement was, though.
Let me take the time to educate my audience on something too, because see, this is a good point that was brought up. Family, I want you to listen to me. And you can look here on this channel. I have done content on what I'm about to tell you next. Don't be fooled by these white people that are pretending like they're in agreement or celebrating, because you got a portion of white people there, the average white folks that are not white supremacists, they're like, yeah, you know what? Y'all got your ass whooped. You should have left them black people alone. They wouldn't bother nobody. The man was doing his job. You have those that think like that. Then you have what are called white supremacist accelerationists. Listen to me very carefully if you're a young black person and have never heard this, because I've got the breakdown of that on this channel. White supremacist accelerationists will celebrate things like this when black people fight back, because their philosophy is if there's a race war started in the chaos, they're going to institute this white ethno-state government. Those are the Boogaloo boys and all of them white folks that was out there, those Black Lives Matter protests. This is why a lot of those brothers over there in California and places like that, they were running their ass up off the block, because they recognize, hey, man, you're not from here. If they out there peacefully protesting with signs, then you coming over here throwing bricks, like, who told you to do that? Huh? Remember during those protests when they was dropping out pallets of bricks and shit like that? Who you think was doing that? Huh? See, when we study white supremacy over here, we study it in all its aspects. So you better remember that term, white supremacist accelerationists. Don't be fooled by these clowns up there. Don't none of them like to see their own people get an ass whooping like that. Let's let it continue.
All right, I appreciate you, fam.
Yep.
What's going on, bro? Uh-oh. I know he got some smoke. I know.
What's up, Angry Man?
Smoke. What's good with you?
Yeah, you been all right?
Yeah, I've been good. I've been chilling.
Man, that's what's up. Like, I didn't even know you was doing disagreements on it, man, because you know I stay in Alabama, right?
Oh, you do?
I just left Montgomery today.
Word.
I was down there earlier today talking to some folks about this stuff.
What's the climate there? How people feel about it there?
It's a lot different than what a lot of people is displaying on social media.
Word.
This type of stuff right here happens on a regular, especially in Montgomery, because Montgomery is a predominantly black city anyways. It's a lot of black folks, got a lot of civil rights history down there. But like even talking to the white folks, I talked to more white people than I did to black folks. Like they don't, the census around the town is them dudes got what they had coming to them, and they even say even the ladies too.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm like, I'm behind them on it. I'm behind them on it all the way.
That's good as long as it ain't nobody trying to form no angry mob. That's cool.
They wouldn't do. Look, dude. A lot of people don't really know about Alabama. I think they have a lot of stereotypes that they think of. They seen movies like The Color Purple or some old slave movies or something like that.
Yeah.
Down here in the South, whether people know it or not, the racism that we have, because we do have it, is understood. It's understood. It ain't like when you go up north and people try to act all jolly in your face. Hey, how you doing? And they really talk about you some type of way at home.
Yeah. Down
here, they'll tell you to your face. They don't care.
Oh yeah.
So you kind of know who your people are. I haven't really ran across one person, black or white, that defended it. Like defended what the guys did.
That's cool.
Like it's really astounding to me because you always had those twos and fews.
Yeah.
Twos and fews in there, but it wasn't none, man. And honestly, I actually took something good from it.
What'd you take from it?
I took something good from that whole situation. I think some brothers come together.
Shit. Here you go with that. Here you go with that unity shit.
And you right, brother Kermit S. Wingfield. Salute to you, my fellow veteran. What's this whole thing about worrying about white folks' opinions so damn much? See, that's like I reviewed in the last stream when I was criticizing him. And I broke down the signs of a coon. I always concerned about what white people think. The consensus for the white supremacists, not all white people, they hate black people. There's no way you can educate your way out of that, negotiate your way out of that, earn enough money to get out of that. You still seen as a nigga. In fact, the better you do as a black person, and we don't discourage people from doing better. You do as best as you can. But the better that you get, you come up the ladder, nicer home, nicer car, and take vacation, take care of your family. The true white supremacists are like, how did this nigga do that? Because they know what the system is. They're like, you rose above all these obstacles. Nigga, how could you afford this house, that car? Your family dress nice. You not worried. How did we fuck up? They go back to the drawing board. How did we fuck up and let him get here or her? So one of the things that this brother up here talking with him did tell him the truth on, that's not a rare occurrence down in these southern states. It be several times where brothers and sisters have to get together and remind them, like, all right, now you know what the rules is. So he made that clear, okay? But I want y'all to listen to this exchange. It's going to be very interesting.
That was not brothers coming together.
Nah, I'm just saying, though, they saw one of their brothers getting attacked. And instead of just sitting out, because we had a lot of people that pulled their phones out and recorded. But you had some folks that actually had some little fire in their chest and they went down there.
They went down there because they wanted to fight, bruh.
Nah, that ain't how they get down here.
Bro, there's a meme that somebody that they be playing sometimes. It's supposed to be a Batman.
Notice how he got a problem with the thought of black people sticking together in unity. Shit, nah, no, they ain't. Because in his mind, he viewed most of black society by that small percentage of the criminal class and the dusty Negro and hood rat class. He's made several statements several times. Oh, black culture is trash. No. There's trash in black society that the media tries to present as the face of our culture. That's the truth of it. But see, if you're not connected to no real black people and all you do is live vicariously through movies because you want to be one of us, then you wouldn't know these things. Let's let it continue.
Or either Goku and it's like, bro, y'all think I be trying to save the world when really I just be fighting because I like to fight. And I'm telling you right now, it's Negroes that like to fight. They be looking for a reason to mollywop somebody any chance they get.
Yes, if we're assaulted first, you damn right. That's a part of manhood and protecting yourself and your community. You damn right. Let me tell you something. I'm a peaceful brother. Most of us that are former combat veterans that actually seen real combat, especially those of us that left the military with black tags and not silver ones. And my fellow brothers, if you are in that class, former SWOs, you know what that means. Where you saw real combat and bloodshed. When we survive something like that, we don't want to fight nobody, man. All we want to do is live our lives in peace. But goddamn it, if you bring it our way, let me tell you something. One of the dumbest things in the world is to try combat veteran. You do that if you want to, especially a brother. Because just in the military, and my brothers and sisters that have been in there, bear me witness to this. You have to be twice as good to get half as much, just like out here in the real world. I further expand that to the average black person just trying to survive day to day. The black people don't want no problems with nobody for the most part, but we gonna stay ready for it if you bring stuff. Like the old folks down here taught us coming up, don't start nothing, but finish everything. Let's let it continue.
I don't think that was unity.
I believe there are people out here that walk around like that. I believe that. And actually, I've seen them. Those are dudes you see go to the club and they just stand in the corner all night.
Yeah, exactly. Waiting for somebody to fight.
Pop off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in that situation right there, I don't believe that was the case. So you hear the kid that jumped in the water and swam all the way over there.
Yeah.
You think he was one of those that's like, man, I just want to whoop somebody's ass today.
No, I don't think the kid that swam and the first guy on the scene, the first guy that ran down there breaking it up, I don't think he wanted to fight. The kid that swam across there, I think he was genuinely a good Samaritan. But the niggas that rolled up with their shirts already off skipping, them niggas wanted to fight.
Talking about the three?
Them niggas wanted to fight. They wanted to fight.
You think so?
I know so.
Well, one of them was one of the dude's brother.
That's what you supposed to do. Touch one of us anywhere, fight us all everywhere. A message was supposed to be sent by the warrior class. They jumped on him, damn near 6, 7 of them. What's your issue with it? The eyes being squared up. Because everybody saw the footage by now. See, this is what really bothering him. He ain't gonna come out and admit it. But what he really want to see is he wish that black people would have got their ass whooped, the cops would have came out there and beat up a bunch of black folks. But we saw that when it's even, which is true in anything in life, and when it comes to foundational Black American Freedmen Society, a level playing field, not only do we rise to the occasion, we excel. And that includes ass whoopings. When the cavalry came in, what they started doing? Hey guys, wait a minute now. Let's talk about this. No, we're going to do some talking. It's going to be a talk of a different kind, though. The kind where there ain't no words exchanged. The universal language, foot to ass. Yeah, everybody understand that language. And look, for the most part, if black people were really as violent as these white supremacists claim, they would have the SWAT team out in America 24/7. They would never get to take a break. We let so much shit slide so long, man, that narrative is completely false about the greater majority of black society. We put up with too damn much, to be honest with you. That's why people are celebrating. Because people are like, yeah, this is about damn time. Leave black people the fuck alone. That's where your mind should be at, but nope. You got all these criticisms that you got about it. And it's all in bad faith. Y'all can hear the tone in his voice. Just let him continue.
Mm-hmm. And he had his homeboys with him.
Yeah, they wanted to get
beat. He saw his brother getting beat up. Well, come on. And the sad part is, the funny thing is, I gave the dude so much props, the security guy, because we all watched the video when the dude came in with whatever he was trying to do. That little kung fu, whatever. I don't know what he was trying to do. You could tell he was lit because he was punching and kicking at the same time, but he wasn't landing nothing. But
because they was drunk.
They was lit.
I bet you money they was drunk as hell.
Them black people out there weren't drunk like that. Because, see, I'm finna dispel this other myth right here. Because, see, again, this is someone that lives his life and formulates his opinion of black people based off movies. See, look, that's similar to and shout out to our own cold country, African brothers and sisters, but I got to make this analogy. To the ones that have never been over here, been around foundational Black American Freedmen, they learn about us through movies. This is how he sound. Let me tell you something about brothers down here in the South. See, you wouldn't know that if you weren't down here, and everybody down here can bear me witness on this. Don't just take my word. If we're drinking, most of us prepare to be in our own homes or stationary. We don't be walking around drunk and staggering around like that. Brothers and sisters down here don't be running around here drunk like that in large numbers. Hell no. No, because we know where we're at. See, all these misconceptions and myths that a lot of these people that have about the South and never been down here, we don't be walking around, oh, they were probably drunk. No, that's what you got in your mind, because that's what you think about most black people. Hence again, why I'm saying you really not one of us. Your opinion of black people is so damn low that you can't be one of us. Because if you were, you wouldn't be talking like that, man. Ridiculous, but hey, let's get back to it.
Oh, they was lit. They just had a moonshine sale down there in Montgomery over the weekend.
That's what it was.
They had the strawberry and the peach.
That's what it was. That shit, moonshine to make your ass fight quicker than anything. Now, if I had a close up on it, I'd be able to tell you if they was on that moonshine, because they'd be sweating profusely. You feel what I'm saying? But I couldn't see up close and shit. But I hope,
really couldn't.
I hope.
Boy, did you hear Inspector Gadget? So if you would have saw him sweating, you would have said, "Ha, they were drinking moonshine." Because yes, moonshine does make you sweat if you drink it. But Angry Man, you know why you couldn't really say that, even if you saw that? It is the month of August. In August, what's that season, family? You know, comes around every time this year. Starts with a S, ends with an R. Oh shit, summertime. Yeah, it was hot. Shit is hot down here in the South. So if they was sweating, motherfucker, it didn't mean that they was drinking no damn moonshine. Oh my God, man, look, let me let him get back to it.
If they didn't jump on that man just because he was black, I hope it was because they was drunk. Because I really don't want to, like, I get sick of seeing that shit. I get sick of seeing the racially motivated shit. Like, yo, we still on this shit. Like, for real. We still on this bullshit. It's old.
Well, we gonna stay on it.
No, white supremacists are still on the shit. For the most part, black people just want to be left the fuck alone. But see, when you think white supremacy is a joke and ain't no racism, and you silly enough to make the statement, the Proud Boys ain't even a racist group. Yeah, he said that. He said it. I have to find that clip too, because see, when you call them out on stuff like that and they realize that you got them, they'll take it down. I didn't ever say that. They loved a lot, man. Those that throw rocks and hide their hand. But it should still be about finding that. The Proud Boys ain't even a racist group. Let's let this continue.
We gonna stay on it, man. Like, and I can guarantee it wasn't because he was black. The only reason even some black stuff came, because there was a lot of like niggas going on around there during that first.
Okay, and like many people said, the reason why it should be a hate crime, the ones that jumped on him was nigga. Now you hit it, because we got our coons out here. That's why I'm glad this guy's talking to him. Because see, this is another Sambo. How you gonna say it wasn't because he was black, but they were saying nigga? The people that jumped on him. People confirmed that was said down there, okay? Oh, but I can guarantee it wasn't because he was black. See, these are the type of silly liabilities. When we say that cooning is not a benign thing, you got to get these niggas the fuck away from you. Because if you down here where I'm at and it's time to go, and you got a nigga, oh man, that white boy cool, man. He ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. That be the motherfucker finna go and shoot up a damn church or something. No, man. See, cooning is not a matter of opinion. That shit is life or death for us. Let's let it continue.
Little interaction. But that's just the liquor. You already know when somebody gets messed up, they'll talk like they talk at home.
Yeah.
While they in public, they'll talk like they talk at home. And that's how motherfuckers talk around here. We already know it. At least I know, because I've been here for so long.
Yeah.
That's how they get down. So as soon as they get a little liquor in them, it's gonna come out. But that wasn't what it was. They was lit. And they was like, how dare anybody gonna tell them something? Because I didn't see like that type of family, because there was a whole family. That's all it was. It wasn't even like a group of them. It was just a family of them.
Yeah.
Folks. They live down there on the outside of Montgomery anyways.
Family, good old boys.
Yeah, something like that. They think they are. But they was just lit.
I know I got family in Birmingham.
I think you told me that before.
Yeah, but the interesting thing,
they must not fuck with you, or you must not have been down here where they at. Because if you spend any amount of time down here, that dumb, look, you couldn't come down here talking that dumb shit. You couldn't. You would be the motherfucker that come down here around a bunch of black folks in a situation like that, talking about, man, y'all shouldn't be doing all that, man. Leave the white folk alone. Then they have to get on your ass next.
Is every time I went to Birmingham to stay for summers and shit, it was weird because while I was in Birmingham, the part of Birmingham I was in, I rarely saw any white people. It was
West End, East Lake.
I can't remember which side they live on, but the side that they was on is heavily populated with black people. heavily populated. We might see 1 or 2 white people here and there, but it's mostly black people. It was really
they got they got a lot of spots around here in Birmingham, like, because most of the people that moved out, they'll move to like Homewood, but Homewood's kind of mixed. Mountain Brook, that's a lot of white folks. Vestavia, that's where some of the richest folks in Alabama live. You know, the doctors and the lawyers and stuff out there. But like from that situation, man, like, and I don't know why ain't nobody really addressed the ladies in the room, because we're killing the myth right now. We're gonna kill a myth. This so-called white women are terrified of black men. No, fuck they not. just like black women ain't. This so.
We've been saying that over here in New Black Media Space. These little old white women are not afraid of us like that. That's a myth, especially when the white supremacist male is around. No, because they know they're in a system of white supremacy where that system usually has their back. It's just that out here in the South, yeah, that system is still in place, but they don't really want to take that risk like you saw down there in Alabama. That's why most of them don't really try it like that, because they know that, hey, you going to get this ass whooping before we get these consequences. We going to produce justice right there on the spot.
Called fear that they display on TV and everybody's face, that's all cap.
No.
That's all cap.
No,
that white lady got right up in that man's face and put the shoulder on him after she watched her boys stomp on him, and then the other lady jumped off the boat.
But see, that's never been my experience. Like, I already knew that was a myth, because if a white guy gets to fighting, his wife or his girlfriend will try to jump in that shit.
I ain't even talking about just if her guy. I'm talking about they will spark it up themselves. Like this whole crap. Like I've always known this cat, because I've grown up around a lot of disrespectful females that don't care about running up and hitting a dude in public. Like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. And I'm like, do you kind of understand the reality of the situation that you in right now? Because I wouldn't walk up and slap a bear, because I kind of know what can happen. But they understand, and they know the process of he ain't supposed to hit me back.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's like 2 or 3 dudes around here that's gonna hit him if he hit me.
Yep.
So I ain't really running no risk, but it's good to see things like that on video, so you can kind of push back on the narrative. Like every time they say, "Oh, I'm terrified of big black men." Well, what's this? What's this? Because I see ones that look just like you that run up in dudes' faces like they ain't nothing wrong with you. Like the whole Karen phenomenon shows about, even though Karen's just doing stupid shit to anybody, but especially when it comes to like black men or white men, they run up on these people like it ain't no tomorrow. So I think it's good to have that on video, so it can kind of push back on these narratives, because everybody seems to be brainwashed on certain things happen. But with the whole situation, man, look, I think we can all hope that could have been resolved with just talking it out, because obviously they didn't give no fuck. The dudes on the boat, they didn't give no fuck. He told you don't park here.
No, and honestly, them dudes wasn't gonna talk about nothing. I wish that the situation would have happened in a way where the security guard would have been able to dispense all of them with no problem by itself.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
I wish that would have happened.
Been beautiful.
You feel what I'm saying? I wish that would have happened. But, you know.
Just beat them down when they kept running up. Bink, drop them when they had. Well, it would have been nice. It would have been, hey, yo, the shit you was talking about earlier when you said the black folks were cheering, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been something to cheer.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, somebody need to get this man a contract. He need to be boxing somewhere.
Yeah.
Because he knocking drunk folks out.
Yeah. But they was like, and it was a goofy fight at first. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, cause they was swinging, they was barely connecting anything, and he was trying to. It looked like he was trying to choke him.
But he was just trying to push him back. He was just trying to push, like, you know, they'll fire him. I haven't seen too many dudes that work that shift down there. Any little reason they ready to fire him, because they'll have a shit ton of black folks working, doing different positions. But at the top, there's still white leadership at the top of Montgomery. Yeah. They always had that. They always tell you cuss at a customer, even if they do all this crazy stuff to you. Just even a pedestrian that's walking by and stuff. He did everything in his power to not hit him. Because you even seen when he swung his hand for the first time, his hand was wide open. He wasn't trying to fire him up. Now, when them dudes came with shirt off, they was bringing them blows.
Oh, they was coming with the bolos. They was coming with the bolos. Like everybody that ran up, like I told everybody, and I knew it was gonna happen. I knew somebody was gonna make memes like the WWE memes, because that's what it looked like to me. It's like when somebody in the ring getting beat up by a bunch of people, and then that one dude come running out the back and shit and slide into the ring and shit and start fighting and grab the chair and shit. I knew that, like, I'm like, these niggas been watching too much WWE, like, for real.
Somebody was waiting, man. Look, you already know they did it in the Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
They did it in the Boondocks for a long time. Let that chair. Please don't let a chair be in the vicinity.
Throw the chair in the air. It ain't got hit nobody.
It's about to go down now. But man, it really got me, man, because it was kind of quiet around here right after it happened. Like, you had a lot of people in Montgomery talking about it, but it kind of died down the very next day. Like Sunday when nobody talked.
Okay, now let me correct this little dude, JVJ up here. Now, let me tell you what happens down here in the South after something like that go down. It hadn't died down. Every black person is still, hey, look, next time you go here or there, there's a group of them, be prepared. That's the conversation down here. And he should know that too. He should know that. That's what it is. We don't have to run around making a bunch of noise about it. No, we be like, okay, all right, we see what it is. It's a lot going on down here that I'm not going to say because I know how it is down in the South, but just trust me. Brothers and sisters down here, they're on alert more than you think. I'm telling you, it's the reason why you've been seeing all these different chair videos where people getting them chairs put across their heads. Let me tell you something. Our people are being very charitable, okay? And look, if you're going to be a misbehaving white supremacist, okay, you going to commit unholy acts of anti-black racism, well, then our pious, holy, foundational Black American freedmen people will introduce you to the chairway to hell. That's right. Yeah, I'm going to get these jokes in. Yeah, let's let it continue.
Talking about it. And I think it's more about of the people on the internet. And
just keeping it going.
Keeping it going. Because that stuff, this just happened to be a situation where smartphones were around.
Yeah. And
it was just so many people. Because you would think it was probably about maybe 2,500 people out there. Because they run the casinos on the boats all the time. I went down there and got on the boat and just gambled for a little bit. Because, you know, they got their little Indian reserve and they count the water for some reason. I don't know how they do that crap.
Yeah.
But you would think there would have been more angles of what was going on right now.
Yeah. But I think the people that was recording it, they was sitting on one of the boats, wasn't they?
Well, you had some people on the boat, and then you had some people on the ramp to walk down because they got like you walk this way, and then it's like concrete, and it brings you a little bit lower, and then it gets you to where they were actually. Because you noticed when it was going down, you saw people running this way.
Yeah.
Running across, but you had people walking up there. It's like a little triangle that you got to go down to get to them.
Why did
they had people on both sides?
This is what I'm trying to figure out because I saw two different videos. I saw the video of the young dudes swimming and them getting the fighting right there, but there was an upper deck where they was fighting.
That's on the rim.
Why was they fighting up there? Was that also the family up there?
Man, it might have been. It might have been. Somebody might have said something. Because you know when people walk up and see a situation, but they don't know how it started.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, people down here, they don't mince their words. And with the energy already being up, that could have sparked it off right there. Ain't no telling, to be honest with you. Damn, man. Look, for people that's up north, they should understand that better than us down south. Because let them step on your sneakers and it might be a problem. And then next thing you know, old buddy coming down the street, he don't even know what's happening. He just see a boy over there.
Yeah,
or somebody he might possibly know. It's about to get set off.
Yeah, but like, I don't know what they was thinking because they ran to the boat trying to get away. But I don't know if the boat stalled out on them or whatever the fuck. But they whatever they was trying to do, they didn't do it quick enough.
Pontoon boats don't go fast at all. No, see, the funny thing about it, they thought it was sweet, but a pontoon boat can't speed off. That thing, that's meant for floating. Like, that's where you go, you get on them things, and like, you know how rich people go out on yachts.
I'm gonna tell you why they didn't just hop in that pontoon boat and try to take off, because like you said, those boats don't have like a 0 to 60 start. What it was, those white supremacists were drunk. You could tell by looking at some of their behavior when they were sitting down arrested. And they couldn't find where them keys was. Go back and study that video. Zoom in on it. Look at what they were doing when they jumped on the boat. Cause see, I'm surprised. Like I said, if it was a brother like me out there, shit, I would have hopped on the back of that motherfucker. I'm finna cut you off. You gonna get your ass whooping on the boat or on the dock. You can pick which one, but you finna get it. You jumped on this 65-year-old elder, I'm finna jump in your ass. That's why they didn't speed off though. So yeah, I just want to clarify that point. Let them continue.
Well, the poor whites get on pontoon boats because you got your coolers, you got your chest if you want to catch fish. The motor only probably getting you up to maybe like 10, 15 miles an hour. You ain't speeding off on nothing.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was telling everybody. I was like, them white folk was probably lower class white folk that was getting drunk and turning up and shit and was getting unruly. And they was like, man, I ain't moving my damn boat. The hell with him. You know?
That's pretty much what he said.
That's what he said.
That's pretty much what he said.
I can hear it now down there. Look, I can hear him now. Hey, man, he said, move your boat. Move my boat. I ain't moving my damn boat. I'm staying right here, goddammit.
You know, the funny thing is they had 2 boats. That's the funny thing about it. They had 2 boats. I'm like, that spot is mainly for the casino boat. Everybody knows that because it's only one spot. That spot where everybody was panning their camera left and right. That's for that one boat to dock right there. And that boat, like when the little boy jumped off, that was the boat that was supposed to be docking. All they do is just go around the motherfucking river one time. They just go around the river one time, come back, and boom, because you can gamble on the water. I'm like, they tripping. And they didn't care. But it really was a liquor. Like that's what really came down to it. And probably they daddy ain't whooped their ass enough. Because you like, man, it looked like brother, cousin, sister, auntie, everybody was out there for that shit. And it didn't make no sense because I'm like, honestly, I don't know what the guy was saying, like when the black guy was talking to the dude with the gray shirt, with the little pink pants, pink shorts, whatever. I don't know what he was saying to him at the time because I saw him do this. And you know when niggas clap, supposedly shit got real. But then out of nowhere, after you saw him clap, you saw a little Karate Kid come flying in here.
Yeah, I saw
whatever
that.
he was trying to throw. So I'm like,
and he didn't even land that shit. That shit just...
He didn't land nothing.
He didn't land that shit.
I was like, what is he doing? Like, even when everybody else came in and they got him to the ground, like right before the dude was falling.
Now, let me correct something on what he just said. When he said the little white supremacist that came flying in on the elder didn't land nothing. Actually, he did. What he did, he need that elder. That's why he fell. He ran full speed and need him. That's what happened. Go back and look at that. But see, let me explain something to you. That elder did the best he could to defend himself until backup came. But had that been a younger brother in his 30s, late 20s, let me tell you how that would have went in Georgia. They would have came up. Hey, man, move your boat. Nah. Hey, man, go ahead and move your boat, bro. I'm not going to tell you again. As soon as he would have got jazzy at the mouth and got disrespectful, it would have been on and popping right there the minute he would have act like you want to swing. See, the elders, they have a temperament where they try to reason with you, man. They'll be like, hey, man, I'm just trying to do my job. The riverboat need to part. I'm the co-captain, man. I need you to move. Go ahead and move so the captain can dock. Because the captain already gave the interview and said, hey, he was on the intercom looking right at him saying, hey, look, we need you to move so we can dock and let the people off. But no, not gonna have no nigger tell me what to do. That's exactly how they think. Let's get back to it.
He tried to throw in like some old man hook. Like I watched it in slow-mo. I was like, what the fuck is this dude doing? And he lucky. He lucky that nobody come around and get him because the one that started all this shit wasn't even the one that even really got for real.
Yeah, I seen enough people get into fights when they drunk. And I know the type of swings drunk people do. And that was some drunk people shit. Like from the swings to the dude trying to do the little side kick. And I said, they drunk as fuck out there.
Oh, and best believe, look, the temperature was probably like 101 on Saturday down there. It's been hot as hell. You wake up in the morning down here and it's like 92. So you already know they out there drinking liquor. They on that water and they not jumping in that. like for that black kid that jumped in the water, he proved to a lot of folks with stereotypes. Some black people swim, but that's some nasty ass water to be swimming in, man. Like I ain't saying it's nasty when it comes to like oil and pollution, but we have so much sediment on the ground underneath. That's why the water looks the way it looks.
Yeah.
And I don't swim in water that I can't see the bottom of it.
Hell no. Ain't no telling what's
Them
in there.
motherfuckers, huh?
I said ain't no telling what's in there.
Nah, man. You get some bass and grouper and maybe a snake or two. I don't know what's in there.
That's what I'm talking about. Them
Yeah, I
damn snakes.
fished in it, but I don't go up in it. But like them dudes, they weren't, you could tell they didn't touch 1 ounce of water. They were just on that boat getting lit, just floating around and drinking. Had they ladies with them, and that's all it was. And they probably sat on that boat for a while. Because think about the fight happened towards the afternoon. During mid-high day, like it's hot as hell out here. So y'all been sitting out on this boat for how long? Just drinking liquor and beers, chucking back natty lights. Dude was lit. And that's why I said most people down here, like, we not even looking at it like it's a racial thing. Like
That's a bold-faced fucking lie. Oh no, that is not the truth. Most black people in Alabama are exactly looking at it for what it is because that's how it always is down here in the southern states, okay? Nah, see, he part of that coon class. I don't know who, man, listen. No, don't y'all believe that bullshit. I guarantee you talk to anybody from Alabama. They're going to tell you exactly what it was because we know how they get down. Let it continue.
You still going to get the jokes of like how he whooped shit out them white boys. They got scared as fuck when all them niggas ran up. Like, you get that shit from time to time, but it ain't no... Look, we got bigger problems down here when it comes down to shit. Like, we worry about K. Ivy. We ain't worrying about the Rick family up the street, up the stream and shit. Ain't nobody really worrying about that. But it's going to be like, you know how it is. Every time there's something in society that happens, especially in the United States, and you have the right dynamics mixed together, we about to make it an issue. And Alabama already been hot because of Carly lying ass. So... Just another thing, and then it blew up on TikTok, and TikTok trying to take everything down. I'm like, man, what the hell? Chinese, y'all supposed to be sowing divide. Why y'all taking shit down? Let that shit keep going.
TikTok, man, TikTok is lit when it comes to that topic, man. You got folks talking about they summon the powers of the ancestors. They got people up there talking about we sparked the revolution, and I'm like, bruh, what? Like, to me, that's like everybody's mad at me because I'm saying, what the fuck is you niggas celebrating? Like, y'all are being ridiculous. Like, some of the shit is just ridiculous. It don't even make no sense.
I told you, the only thing I take from it, I know you push back on it, but the only thing I take from it is you had black men around that did not know that dude that stepped in to help. And regardless of whether they took it too far in my eyes, your eyes, they still stepped up to the plate on that one.
No, but see, that's the thing. And that's why
that's how it always is down here in the South. We don't have to know you if you're another black person getting jumped on by some damn white supremacists. We don't see, that's the difference down here. We don't have to personally know somebody to defend them down here. Especially we see, okay, yeah, they beating on that black person for no reason. Nah, we don't have to know you. Because we look at everybody down here that's black as family till you show us otherwise. That's how it is down here. Let it continue.
That's why people have me misunderstood. Two things can be right, and two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't care if they whoop them dudes' ass. I don't give a shit about that, right? Them dudes had that shit coming. You feel what I'm saying? My thing is I get tired of the niggas that's like, oh yeah, we're unified now. And it's like, no, don't just be unified when it comes to kicking somebody's ass. I want to see that unity across the board. I want to see that in other areas too, not just kicking somebody's ass and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to see the unity across the board when it comes to other issues that concern black people and black rights and shit like that.
Oh, really? Oh, y'all heard that? I'm so glad he said that. He wants to see unity amongst black people across the board, right? I'm glad you said that, Angry Man. So if that's the case, You should be in support of us who are foundational Black American freedmen. Since you say you're one of us, you should be in support of us getting reparations, right? Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Let's let him continue.
And that sad part, I can agree with that because we do need to hit it on more than just fighting.
Yeah.
Because we always been good at that, so that's easy.
Exactly.
But I agree with that. Like, and the people that if there are people out here, and I'll take your word for it because I ain't no telling. The internet is just, well, it's undefeated, so ain't no telling what we might see on it. The people that's sitting out there doing all that nonsense, those are the ones that don't need to be running their mouth. They don't need to be speaking. They need to take their ass to the back of the line because the thinkers need to be at the front. Yeah. There's bigger issues to take away from this, and you're like you saying there.
Did white people come out and tell people not to celebrate about Kyle Rittenhouse? Show me the white equivalent of these two Sambozos up here, where they telling their people not to celebrate anytime they defend themselves, or not even really defend themselves, attack somebody. That's usually what they do. They usually attack people. Where was the equivalent of them in the dominant society or the white adjacent society? Asians, Hispanic, East Indians, Arabs. Where the equivalent of these two? Huh? You'll never find it.
They're way more like schools. We can focus on schools first and foremost. We don't need to be funding that shit off of property tax. Black folks need to stand up about that. Yeah. We got a problem with how they police us. Well, get on the city council and change that shit. Yeah. Like get into positions of power just like they did with the Irish and all the other different races that came into this country.
Okay, since they talking like that, I need to see you in full support of people like Eric Mays and Brother Greg Marcel Dixon then, since you care so much about the political aspect.
Into their system and take it over. If you really got it, like that's one way you want to go about it, but this wasn't no win-win, or this wasn't no win or no loss for Black folks. And I wanted to say that across the board because, like, I don't know why people would even try to act like it's negative or try to act like it's positive. Like, I mean,
that's what I said. It's just a situation that is what it is. It's some shit that happened, and there's no deeper, like, that's my thing. There's really no deeper meaning to it. It's just some shit that happened.
Bullshit. In an era where they're trying to teach all Black men that you need to put on a dress and you need to be docile, yes, this is a big deal. But see, you too silly to catch the sense of that because you're not connected to our people. You're not. This is what people that are not of our lineage talk like, that are not around other Black people. This is why I fully believe that you ain't even really half LBA. You can't be. Not that you care, but I'm saying, I'm speaking facts. We don't talk like this.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think what really might piss some folks off though, because we do have the people that want to see something like this and run with it. For the folks that would try to argue, like, you know, the ones that always have the anti-Black narrative.
Yeah.
It's going to be real hard. Like, honestly, I don't think a lot of them going to cover it.
No, they're not.
I think they're just going to gloss past it. Because I'm like, where are you going to... Yeah, they pulled a chair out. But I'm like, really, are you going to be able to justify one instance that happened throughout everything to try to paint that narrative? Right now, you're kind of sitting stupid right now. The motherfuckers did what they did. They were told what to do. We always talk about law and order, abide by the rules.
Yeah.
Well, the dude told him. He was empowered by the city. He was empowered by the state. Well, the city of Montgomery or whatever. I ain't going to say the state. To do a job. And he told these motherfuckers. I wish he would have literally did what he was planning to do because they allow him to do it down here. You park your boat somewhere that it ain't supposed to be, I'm going to pull the anchor and I'm going to kick your shit off into the river and you can go down there and find it.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to go ahead and kick that bitch up off the goddamn bars, let it.
And they really would have jumped on him then.
It float, let the damn big boat come in and park. And they caught him. They knew what he was trying to do. But, damn, I wish he would have really did that, though. Because that would have been funny to see them motherfuckers try to go get their boat.
That'd have been funny as hell. That would have been funny as hell. But yeah, man.
That ain't gonna knock it.
You said what?
I was just saying, like the people on the outside speaking on that shit, man, they need to chill that shit the fuck out. This wasn't no race issue right here. Maybe words got said, but anybody gonna say.
How ain't a race issue when they calling him nigga? That's like no race issue right here. See, these type of Negroes right here are the worst.
say whatever the fuck. I've noticed it when people get pissed off, and especially when they drunk, they say some of the most hateful shit. Maybe it's what's in their heart.
Yeah.
At the very bottom of it, but I don't know. Like, look, they say drunk man tell no lies. So whatever he said to him, it could have been that. But at the end of the day, this is somewhere like some people just wanted. We don't have accountability in our society, so we had some people that felt like, who the fuck gonna tell me this? I'm gonna do what the fuck I want and let me see them do something. The motherfucker just started to do something, and they jumped on him.
And it was a racial issue, because I guarantee you, had there been another white man, they wouldn't have tried that shit.
And they weren't surprised. Well, I think they were surprised that I guess they forgot where the fuck they were. I forget they forgot who the fuck they like where they were. Like that spot right there is where a lot of crackheads and geekers be at. People come down and get ice cream cones. They got a fucking outdoor stadium right there for like music and shit. There's a lot of people that frequent that place, especially on Saturdays when they run in the casino boat. Yeah. So I don't know if they weren't paying attention to like their surroundings, like reading the room or some shit, but maybe that was it.
And that's the other thing. I thought that Montgomery had like a large population of black people, right?
Yeah, it do.
Yeah. So
that's right, and most of them right downtown. Most of them right there downtown, because that's the main area. That's where you got with Martin Luther King march on the Capitol and shit. Yeah. And all that. That's like a couple blocks up the street. That's the area that they keep trying to revitalize. And honestly, they did a good job. I don't know where they got all that marble from, because they spent some money on that shit. But they didn't really realize where the fuck they were. But I am glad though. I am glad, because I thought one of them was gonna get away. That little kid snuck up. Like, no bullshit. Because I was watching, I was like, all the rest of these motherfuckers getting, they better get this one dude, the one that jumped on the boat with the blue hat to the back. He went and sat on that boat with his daddy. Thought his daddy was gonna say, he's sitting over there like, what happened? I saw what you did. I loved it. Because it always be that he was the one that came in trying to do a little sucker punch once they got him on the ground. I don't like those little kids, and those type of motherfuckers need an ass whooping. The only problem that I think will come from this is he won't learn that lesson. Yeah. Nobody in that family will learn that lesson of what they did. Not that it's black folks, but you can't do shit like that in public. Because we'll sit around here and chastise and criticize black folks when they do some dumb shit in public, disobeying the rules, disobeying the law, whatever. We'll chastise them. Everybody else will chastise them. But I'm like, that's something that they need to get. Like, buddy, you were told. Yep. Regardless of whether you respected or whether you didn't, they had the authority to tell you to move that shit. Yep. You said fuck it, and you escalated the situation, so everything that you got from it, go ahead and eat that. Hopefully you learn from it, otherwise you're gonna eat that shit again. And I love that the ladies got their ass dragged. Them little goofy assholes. Little sundress wearing ass. I'm just being real with you. Cause like those be the ones that got a lot of, like, those be the females around here that get dudes fucked up. Like a lot of these white dudes ain't moving like, the same way they say black dudes ain't moving like that, it's the same way these white dudes ain't moving. But you bring a female into that mix, they get that battery in their back and they start moving. Yeah. I'm glad.
Now that part is true. Down here in these southern states, when these Karens get off at the mall, most of these white boys go ahead and grab their Karen, because they know that, all right, now, if this bitch get out of line, these sisters gonna tear her ass out the frame. So he telling the truth about that.
Them hoes caught something too. I think they threw one of them in the water.
Yeah, one of them got knocked in the water and shit. After she got swung on, she caught a bolo before she fell in that water. Like,
yeah, I think one of the fat dude with his shirt off punched her in the face. Yeah, I had to look back at that video, but look, man, I ain't had no sympathy for anything they caught. Like, a lot of people's like, it went too far. I don't give a fuck how far it went, because it wasn't going too far when all y'all was jumping on. Yeah. It went too far in, so I'm like, and I've always been a big advocate of, I'm not for violence, but I am for self-defense, and you cannot dictate to me how I respond to your aggression.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Them ladies, all of them together, they get what they get. I'm just ready to see what charge the mayor with his little sweet face ass come out with. I'm ready to see how that play out.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be telling. That's what's gonna be telling. I want to see what type of charges them dudes gonna get for attacking that security guard, and if they try to, heavily penalize the guys that jumped in there and fought, to defend them and shit.
Yeah, because that's gonna be the biggest play about it. And I think that's what a lot of people probably need to focus on the most. Because look, you got some TMZ, you got some TNC content. Be fun with it, be happy, whatever. Fuck, that's just gonna pass. You can get some more tomorrow. But yeah, how they prosecute this, how they deal with it, because that's what we really need to work for. That's what Black folks need to really be focused on. Like all these systems around us, we always complain about the system. Well, we need to hold the system accountable. Like, look, if there was some niggas that did that, like you pointed out earlier, you already know it wouldn't be no question.
Facts.
Whatever the biggest charge and how many charges can we give them? That's what they're gonna be talking about. So let's see how they handle this one. Because they already went soft on Carly, so I don't know what they're gonna do to the white folks. And like you might have to go a little bit softer, but fuck.
Yeah, and that's where the unity needs to be. When it comes time for them guys to be charged for attacking that security guard, that's when Black folks need to stand up and apply pressure and make sure they get some real damn charges. That's where the unity need to be.
We already got that covered on the grassroots because unlike you sitting over there running your mouth criticizing them, most of us over here have put together bail money and legal assistance if those brothers and sisters down there need it. You're not doing none of that, and you ain't gonna do it neither.
That'd be the biggest thing to focus on. Well, hopefully we can get some people's minds on that. Like get them to focus on the big picture, because I think they be trying to fight battles when you're trying to win a war.
Exactly. But yo, fam, I appreciate you coming up, man. Plug your channel, man. I know you got a channel and shit.
Shit, man. Y'all check me up on Let's Talk with JVJ. We talk about some shit over there. And then we got the JVJ Network. Shit, you was over there for the last show with Grace. Embrace the Grace.
Was I was over there?
Yeah, I think, you was over there. She was talking about therapy.
Yeah, I was over there.
They had that crazy lady over there.
Yeah, I was over there.
Hey, look, I like the way you conversated with her, whatever her name is, Pauline, or what, I don't know what the fuck her name was, but she didn't make no sense.
Lena, I think her name was Lena.
Was it Lena?
Yeah, I think so.
I love the way you talk to her, because it's like, let you dig your own hole.
Yeah.
Let you dig your own hole, but yeah, y'all catch me over on Let's Talk with JVJ, and then we got the JVJ Network where we do live shows throughout the week. Just check it out, type it into YouTube, it'll pop up for you.
Word, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Hey, real shit, man. Good combo, man. I get up with you.
No doubt.
All right.
Peace. And then see that right there is how you have an intelligent conversation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that right there is how you analyze a bunch of Tethery Coonish statements. See, in summation, let me say this. If you're a foundational Black American freedman, or if you somebody claiming to have partial our lineage, when your people are on code against white supremacy, you either gonna be all the way in or all the way out. It ain't gonna be no fence straddling. So I thank people like him for having the gumption to stand on what they say, so you make it easy to recognize who the coons, the traitors, and the cowards are amongst us. If you say that you are for Black people defending themselves, then that's what it should be. All this other criticism about, man, y'all should start celebrating, they gonna get us. Look around and tell us when Black people aren't doing that, do they leave us alone then? Bottom line, this was a good thing. We need to see the rise of the warrior class and Black masculinity make a traditional return when everything that they're pushing to Black society, especially our young, is, hey, you're not a good Black man unless you're in a dress and you docile and passive. Save that for the tether class. Foundational Black American freedmen are not on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can make this up for yourself. I'm going to leave this up because I stand on what I say and I meant every word of it. Anybody got a problem with that? So be it. Black first, salute, take care of yourselves, and if these white supremacists run up on you, introduce their ass to the chair way to hell. Peace.